Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Joe from the Mill Shop Online. Welcome to the Mill Shop Online. As you can see, we're a lot of fabric here. We're very passionate about our fabrics. We're one of the largest online sellers in the UK of fabrics for upholstery, soft furnishings, and now the lovely craft market. Whether you're starting out with fabric or an experienced sewer, we love to bring projects that every ability can really have a go at. So don't miss the Mill Shop Online shows on Hochanda.
Hello, I'm Hayley, and you might have seen me presenting here at Hochanda. Well, I've always been an avid crafter behind the scenes and have been given the opportunity to share some of my favourite products with you in a monthly show called Handmade by Hayley. I'll be covering lots of areas of soft crafts like quilting, dressmaking, sewing, knitting, even printing your own fabrics. I'll even be bringing some items from my own Handmade by Hayley range. So I hope you'll join me, let me inspire you, and maybe you will discover a new craft in the process.
Hello, really good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do you know what? We've already achieved so much already. We have achieved huge things. Think about it. You're awake, you're watching TV, you're with me. I've done the same thing. My alarm went off, I got out of bed, I got myself ready like a grown-up, and I'm here with you. We're achieving things already. We've got Matt, our floor manager, in the background. We've got our lovely guests coming up in the second hour as well. Simon and Donna from Pearly Winks. We're looking forward to seeing Simon, hopefully, on this show with our Good Morning Hochanda. We've got our deal of the day in front of us. We've got our sunrise deals that are only down in price for this hour as well. And I've got your company. So it's a win-win-win all around, really. I've got a lukewarm cup of coffee, as usual. It's a running joke, that. I like it hot, I do, but not. My tongue's still sort of tingling from yesterday where it was too hot. But I've only got myself to blame. Yes. I over-microwaved it, so it ended up coming out hotter than a kettle. Anyway, you've got your Heat It craft tool today as a deal of the day. It's available while stocks last. The question is, do you love doing a little bit of heat embossing? Are you maybe a newish crafter and you've not yet got a heat tool? Are you looking for a good heat tool? Are you upgrading? Are you going to get a new one maybe? Well, funny enough, coincidentally, this is the one that I've got as well. I've got the white one of this. This just so happens the casing is black here, but this is from Ranger. This is the Heat It craft tool. So a very, very good brand, as we would know, the Ranger brand. Looks like a hairdryer to those uninitiated to crafting. This was always the age-old question, wasn't it, back in you know, back in the first days of crafting, where you think, well, can I just use a hairdryer? No, it's hotter and it blows the air slower than a hairdryer. So a hairdryer would sort of blow all your embossing powders away, and a heat tool is more gentle with the air, but harsher with the heat. I suppose that's, in fact, there you go, look, it says on the box, gentle airflow keeps your powders in place. But you can also use it to melt embossing powders, and that's because of the higher heat. So it doesn't say this on the box, but it's hotter than a hairdryer. so hotter than a hairdryer, more gentle than a sneeze. You've got your Ranger Heat Craft tool there. It's a really good price as well. Just take a sip of coffee while it's still hot. $22.99 plus delivery. And the thing is, at item number 355598 to order it, it's a brilliant, brilliant tool for across different crafting as well. So thinking about different times that we're using it, it's, you know, heating off a little bit of watercolour card, you know, when you've got it doused with something very wet and watery, you're heating up and quick drying your texture pastes, things like that. But definitely the embossing powders, yeah, for real. It's all about the embossing powders. 355598 to order. Nobody noticed that I went a bit street there where I said for real. 27 for real. It's all about your embossing powders. £27 off, making it boom, just $22.99 plus delivery. Now the deal of the day is exactly that. It's a deal on a day, and it's meant to be around all day, but officially speaking, this is only while stocks last. So it's your deal of the day, the Heat It Craft tool. Usual price £49.99, but today just £22.99, saving a whopping £27. And we've got our sunrise deals as well for you. Across the board, we've got prices down for this hour, so only on this hour you can save yourself some money on your sunrise deal. Stay with us. Coffee. Okay, so we have your $12.99 price point now instead of $25.98. So it's a half-price deal. It is a half-price deal. Nice one. Many deals are available for this hour. Prices go back up at 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. UK time, and also you can find them on the web as well. You can jump ahead of us and have a look at all of these sunrise deals. They are all down in price now. You don't have to wait or anything. You'll see the saving, you'll see the down in price, but they're only down in price for this hour. Nice little bundle this as well. You can see from your details on the screen. We're looking at your white card, your mini gift crates and cartons. You've got your toppers where you're colouring and creating as well. And these are your woodland and wild animals too. So let me just show you. You've got your different size crates. Okay, so these are your little, if I tilt it away from the light, you'll see the score lines and the die cut lines. I've got a couple popped out as well for you because they are die cut. But just to prove they don't just fall out when you don't want them to, you've got your outline there. That's one that's been popped out. That's your waist. And then that's what's been popped out from the middle. So they are die cut already, but you have to then physically pop them out. They're not going to flop all over the place. So you've got your score lines there ready to go to fold up, and you would just go boom, boom, straight along there. You've got your handle on there. You've got the tabs there that you'd be gluing as well. You'd fold this in. Folding demonstration of the day so far. This is, and then you're folding that up, and then you've got your sort of one side, as it were. So you can see how that is working. So you've got your other style there as well. That's the larger piece there for your mini gift crates. But here you've got your colouring toppers as well. So what you're doing there is you are then taking the topper and then either leaving it plain or adding your own colour. But they're so beautifully printed. How many people just went, oh, that's sweet, with your zebra in there and your other wild animals from wonderful safari land. You've got your elephants there, colour coordinated on the borders. Your next one there is wonderful fox as well. So you're looking at woodland now. And then you've got your deer as well. So from around the world, safaris and forests represented there. And then with this, you've got your woodland animals as opposed to your wild animals here. And this is more what we're familiar with in the countryside. You've got your lovely rabbit or hare, I guess you could suggest otherwise. And then I'm going to say hare, but you know, you could just give that to a rabbit lover and they'd still be happy. You've got your bees as well. Bees make us their lovely honey, or do we steal their honey? I don't know. What's your opinion? And then you've got your wonderful little baby deer just there. and then your bird too, as well as your owl. Lovely stuff. Aren't they beautiful? So you've got your wild and woodland animals there also. Love what we're seeing here and the fact that you can make yourself 96 separate projects, or using them together, obviously less because you're combining your toppers with your little cartons or your sort of gift boxes, as opposed to cartons, but it's gift box. Aren't they lovely? You get 36 of your woodland animals in there. They're on 250 CSM card, so that's 72 sheets, or 72 toppers in total. Nice little bundle that for £12.99. It's half price, and I'm sure it'll be very, very popular as well as we go through the show. 845-424 to order right now. Some Kaisercraft dies. They come with the magnetic sheeting as well, so you've got your storage already sorted here with these. Good morning, by the way. Thank you so much for tuning in. Saturday morning, what time is it? It is 7:08 a.m., so very nearly 10 past the hour. And we've got, of course, Donna and Simon joining us from Pearlywink Studios, lovely crafting company, coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Hopefully, if there's time, schedules permitting with Simon as well, because he's got his show to get ready for, hopefully we'll get him in and have a chat before 8 and find out what's going on, what's going down. So you've got your 2 Kaisercraft dies here. They're really clever, these. These are, as you can see from the packaging, I hope, you can see these are pop-up dies. So if I just turn one of them around, you get both dies for under £10. It's £9.98 it is today to get both of them. But as you can see there, let's just put that back up. Only have you got your wording, but it doesn't look like get well, does it, there all of a sudden? But the reason is, it's because it's a pop-up, yeah? So once that's cut in, it would then fold and pop up. And you could, you might be able to fit some little baby battery-operated tea lights behind, and see if you can sort of personalise them that way, or some LED lights maybe if they don't. But you've got your Get Well pop-up, and then you've got Love pop-up as well. I'm hoping that the Love one would get used a bit more, but you've got, of course, you've got the choice once you've got them both, including the magnetic sheeting there to store them. That's a lot for under £10, that is. And it's normally £23.15p as well. 230077 to order today from Kaisercraft. You can order on the phone. It's easy that way. You know what you're paying. Simple. It's £9.98. You can see the price there. You can also see all the prices on the different items that are coming up for the show in general, and you'll see them on Hochanda.com. So yeah, don't hang around for me. You don't have to wait. Jump ahead and you can shop at your leisure. You can also see the deal of the day, which is a particularly good deal on a heat tool. Plus we've got our one-day special coming up at 9. It's all good. So you've got your Kaisercraft dies here now. You are getting both of them for that price. We've got a couple of books now for you, and the book deals are very tight. I've finished my coffee, but I might as well bring it with me because I've got to wash it up later anyway. You've got your duo of books here, and the book deals are outrageous in my opinion. You've got the £10 price point there for both of them. You're getting both books here from Search Press, and because you're saving £14.98, it's a superb deal. £10 with £14.98 off. £14.98 off. I like the idea of maybe giving you a little bit of extra. Let's get inside this one and have a look, shall we, on the Decorate and Embellish Your Fabrics. I like the idea of just a helping hand that you can go to and refer to without having to worry too much about, Rewind, which is a brilliant service. You can watch any show back for, I think it's about a week or 10 days or so on Hochanda.com on the website. But without having to do that, you've got this book as a reference point, not taking up too much room on the bookshelf. For an example of what it might look like, there you go. That's what it might look like on your bookshelf. Have we personalised it now a little bit? Yeah, you can really picture it at home. So you've got how to decorate and embellish your own fabrics. Love how it just gets straight in there. On your contents, tells you exactly what you've got coming up in the book. Gives you a nice introduction by Laurie Wisbrun. But then once you are in there, you've got your across-the-board inspiration and tips as well, with functional stuff like zips, but also decorative stuff like dyeing, making batiks, tie-dye and bleaching, as well as fastening sequins on and embellishing, you've got the canotype toping as well. We've done a bit of that on the show, haven't we? Love doing that. But then looking at the other details inside, you've got your punch needle embroidery, you've got the tools for that, transferring patterns with the transfers, all these things which you might have seen on different programs, but you can go back and refer to it and remind yourself. Love that. We've got so many buttons at home. That's a good project to be able to use them, isn't it? But the lovely thing is you're getting different advice from different people in there. I don't know if you noticed, but there are various different designers, each giving their own, top tips inside. So it's not just one person's view, but it's a mixture of inspiration from across the board of soft crafting. Nice little book. But you're getting that for £5. Normal price on the back of that would be £14.99, but today £5. Nice saving. We like that. And then the other one. This is ever so cute. The other book. It's a little bit like my front room at the moment, actually, with a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old. 500 toys. I don't know where they all came from. They seem to multiply in the night, and I get up the next morning and there's more toys. Go away do a bit of work, come home and there's even more. So you've got the different inspired on make to sells on knitting lovely things. Let's have a look at these sorts of things here. Oh, my little boy Arthur would love that knitted car. I say my son Arthur, but actually my daughter Poppy, she loves, her first ever crush was on Lightning McQueen. So yeah. She'd blush. We've all been there, I suppose, although I'm more of a Chick Hicks man myself, so then you've got your felt raccoon mask as well. This is for making to sell, making for holidays, crochet spectacles. I love it. These are all the things which you feel naughty making because it's, oh gosh, it's not a cardigan, it's not a scarf. It's not one of those nice mitts which you keep your hands warm and stuff. It's donuts, it's bananas. But you know what? This is so cool. I don't know when the last time you saw a pair of crochet glasses was, or a crochet pig. And also, look at this, a crochet brontosaurus. That's going to confuse the archaeologists in a couple hundred years' time, isn't it? They're going to think, what's going on here? So you've got your knitted fox as well. We love it. We really like that. So if you're into your crochet, your knitting, and your soft toys, use it as inspiration as well. Maybe just take some of the ideas, even if you're just a sewer or just card crafter or whatever sort of method. Use that as inspiration. A pair of card glasses, paper glasses, but use it as inspiration. £10 off. £10 rather is the price that you pay. Should put that back. I don't think. Does it come with the free elastic bands? No, it doesn't. It doesn't come with. Special gift. Order now, and you'll receive these 2 wonderful elastic bands. So you've got to put voice on, haven't you? So 952286 for just £10 plus delivery. You'll receive those books. Elastic bands not included. See website for terms and conditions. You've then got. Nice little collection here, really good saving, £57 off. £57 off compared to the original price. Amazing stuff. You're getting your 3 card-making CD-ROMs here. You're getting your fairies, you're getting your florals, and you're getting your fantasy fairies as well. A bit flary. Let me just, there you go, flary fairy. Are you flary fairy? A Larry Fairy, yep. So, I don't know what I'm talking about now, sorry. £18 off plus delivery. 723301 to order now on your 3 CD-ROMs. Suzanne's designs there on all of them. You can see on the discs. Rather than me being able to pop them into a computer, it's probably quite important that we read it. Everything you need to make 20 cards. Includes your main card, the inserts, the layers, and the envelopes. So what you're doing is you're printing, you've got the fold lines, you're then folding and making. The envelope, you're matting and layering with the card. You can see there everything you need to make 20 cards, including your main card, your inserts, layers, and envelopes. And then on the last one, same thing again, but it's on your 3 different designs. So if you love fairy, I know you're sort of taking a bit of a punt here because I'm not able in the current setup to show you the disc content, and you know, we haven't got an hour spare to start demonstrating and printing and cutting, so you're taking a punt in that respect. But if you love your florals, you love your fairies, and you love your fantasy fairy, then take a chance at £18. Oh, sorry, that is really. There you go, that's better. £18 with a big savings. So £25 a disc normally, but today just 18, so it's £6 a disc as opposed to £25 a disc is good. 723301 on your Sunrise deals. Just checking the time, 17 past 7 at the moment. With our already busy MDF trees. They could be trees, they could be winter trees, they could be Christmas trees. As well, but what you're doing here is you are thinking, hang on, someone's taken a bite out of that tree. No worries, you'd use your wire, jewellery wire or cotton to actually hang the bauble. I think that is such a good idea. That's a brilliant idea. So you're personalising the bauble. Maybe it's got something on one side and something on the other. Maybe you're painting it with a black gesso, the bauble, and you're making it into a bit of a chalkboard, and you could have the countdown to Christmas. So you could have, like, instead of an advent calendar, you've got your chalkboard bauble where you'd put, you have 15 days to go, 14 days to go, 10 days to go, and count down your Christmas that way. I like that idea, even though it's my idea, and that makes me sound a bit narcissistic. Like, oh, I like that idea. It's my idea, yes. But I hope you like the idea. It might be a rubbish idea. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, rewind it. So you've got your base there, and then you've got your tree that fits in. Use the base. I mean, it looks like a squashed robot like that, doesn't it? Oh, hello, I've been squashed. So I was a robot, but I've been squashed, and oil won't help me now. So yeah, that base there, cover it with paper, and just use that as a plaque. Hang it this way, hang it that way. But that's a plaque, that's a base. And then your tree, again, stick that to a canvas. You don't have to use the base as a base. You've got 8 projects here, plus another 4 baubles if you really want, if you want to use them differently. So yeah, it could be like a silhouette of a moon as well. Yeah, there's all options, lots and lots of options. We're busy on these, so I'd order them early if I were you, definitely. $19.98 normally, however, a quarter of the stock is gone. They are just £9.12. You got $10.86 off. 133265 to order now. Very good morning to you. I hope you're well slept and you're happy this Saturday morning. Good of you to join us. Like I said earlier, we've already achieved so much already just by being awake. It's good. So yeah, like these as well. The last time we had a similar set, it's very popular. Very popular indeed. And these are $15.60 now. I know it doesn't look like much on the telly because you're just seeing like lovely sort of shapes and leaves and things and branches in the plastic. But if I just take you to the details, it's a 24 piece, so you're getting 24 sheets, and these are embossed vellum. So if you think about how beautiful a piece of parchment craft is, with white work and scoring and lovely embossing on it, this is like that. So if you've ever wanted to feel one of the samples on one of Barbara's shows or Paul's shows, or Maria's shows, this is embossed vellum. This is like embossed parchment, where you've got those lovely designs, and they're stunning. Cut into them, get alcohol markers on them, maybe paint over them, maybe gilding wax them as well. I was going to say, I'm sure we had a piece with ink on it. I've just found it. You can see here as well, just a little hint on the corner. You can see what it looks like if we go over with a distress ink or a distress oxide to just bring out that hint. So you've got that pearlescent quality. These are so pretty. They really are. They are in a 24-piece pack as well. So you're getting 24 sheets here for yourself. Go for it. It's a cracking deal at 891307 is your item number. You're saving practically £30. It's a big deal this morning on your Sunrise deals. This is a really important point, and I've only said it a few times, so I'll repeat it now. These deals are only here until 8 a.m. So the prices all go up. If there's any stock left of anything, the prices go back up at 8 o'clock. So they're down in price for a happy hour. This is Perfect Occasions fabric, very high quality. I say Perfect Occasions because we've seen the brand before on the show. And you've got 5.5 meters here. 5.5 meters of fabric, and it's an amazing price, £15. 5.5 meters for £30 is nice, right? But 5.5 meters for £15 is £3 a half meter. That works out at £6 a meter normally, and it comes with. But wait, that's not all. Order this wonderful fabric set now, and you'll receive this gorgeous quilt bundle pattern. There it is. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. That's my voiceover man. Having said that, if ever I had a voiceover too, I'd always get Dave Bradford to do it, because he's got a good voice. Good deep dulcet tones. He's very trustworthy as well. So, you've got your 5.5 meters here. Just take a quick closer look. There's always a feature fabric with Perfect Occasions, and this is your feature fabric. You've got the word believe in there, Noel as well, and the word joy. And you've got your penguins and your robin redbreasts. You've got a little bit of a cake and some mittens there, or presents, sorry, and some mittens. They're really cute. You've then got your tumbling gifts on the next pattern here with your turquoise colours. Then the robin redbreasts are coming back. Remember, this is just a feature fabric that we saw. And then you've got your snowflakes. And then last but not least, your mittens and your gifts, and the word believe is coming back. So they all work together tonally. They all come in and tie together, and you've got your big feature fabric. This is 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter. So it's 5.5 meters, 2.5 meters with a sorry, that was a hiccup. 2.5 meters with a lovely quilt pattern. Full instructions, and I know I'm holding it sideways because I don't intend we're reading it now, but you'll read that when you get home. That's a lovely quilt pattern that you'll get when you buy these fabrics now. At £15 with a £15 saving, go for it. Give us a call or bid or purchase online. These are your additional embellishments next as well. There you've got lovely flowers in here. You've got alphabets as well, and there are 24 packs. And look at the price as well, £8.50. So you've got these paper daisies just here. You've got your fabric cars and your pacifier and your baby vest. And then these here, order now, and you'll not only receive the first half of the alphabet, but also as a special television bonus, the second half of the alphabet too. Yes. Order now and you'll receive these numbers with additional purchasing. So £8.50 plus delivery to order. You will get this with £11.50 off. Look, it's a big basket. You're getting a lot in there, a lot more than we're sort of making it look like. Look at that. £8.50, and you're getting every packet in there. Yeah, there's some doubles as well, so you'll be able to use some twice. But you've got your metal. You've got your metal embellishments there for drawers if you're making upcycling furniture. You can paint over those, make them different colours if you want. You've got your tulips. I like those, actually. I like those. For springtime, that's good. 912800 to order now on your extra embellishments. It's all good, and it's an under £10 deal as well. Do you know, there's something called Craft Along that we do. We've done it a couple of times now. You can purchase the pack, and then you can be at home with that set while the guest on air is actually crafting something lovely. And the Craft Along is the lovely. It's on the 28th, is it? As well, on the 28th of April, and it's going to be with Sir John of Lockwood, John next door, and he's got his Honesty Heart in the die set there, and your Craft Along kit is an amazing £51.95. £51.95 it is plus delivery with a £7 introductory price saving, and on that, it's also on Flexi-Buy. You get your adhesive sheets and your embellishments as well, but you can spread the cost if you prefer. £25.98. Now, if you order it now in good time, £25.98. If you order it in good time, then you'll be able to get your voucher to spend as well. Have a little look on the website. Terms and conditions for full details as well. 749961. That's right, you're watching Good Morning Hochanda, and we're here with Simon as well from Pearlywing Studios. Nice to see you. Good morning, Simon.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome along to the studio. I know, thank you as well for coming in, because I know that it's busy, you know. You've got a lot to do and get ready for your show at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You've been over there since way before 7 a.m. So thank you. What can we look forward to seeing?
So today we're launching our new vintage range. We've got 4 new vintage sprays.
Yeah.
And we've got a big vintage stamp, which is 14 by 20 centimetres.
Love the stamp, actually. I love the sprays, but we can't look at everything straight away. But the stamp's brilliant. I mean, and this is the first, as you say, your first
ever stamp,
the stamping world. It's nice. What? Yeah, I love it. First of all, you've got your script, you've got lots of elements in there. But how did you narrow it down? Because you've got one stamp, your first ever stamp. It's got to be a special one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, what it is, I wanted to do some sort of script font for the first one.
Yeah.
So I've written a poem which is in the back, which you won't be able to read because it's only got a snippet of it in.
Yeah.
And then I just put some things that would go with it, some elements, some butterflies, a watch, feather, and Paris Eiffel Tower.
It's a lovely, lovely composition. Is Paris an important place for yourself, Simon Don?
Not really.
No? I love the honesty.
I just like the theme. I think
yeah.
it goes really nice with the vintage theme.
So the theme's good. So there's no story about Paris there. There's no like, oh yes, you know, I was crossing the road and I saw Donna there and I thought, yes, she's looking at me now. What's going on? But what you've got is you've got your butterfly in there, you've got your pocket watch, and you've got the Eiffel Tower, and this poem. Simon, is there anywhere where we can read the whole poem?
There's not, but I can put it onto our Facebook page, which is just Pearlywinks Craft Supplies.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to make you do that, but do you feel comfortable doing it?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, when did you write the poem?
Probably about 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
So it's been quite quick.
And what made you write the poem? Did you write it for the stamp, or did you write it because you just had some thoughts that you needed to get down?
I just wanted like a script stamp, but I didn't want to set someone else's words, so I just thought I'd make the words up myself.
Interesting. So we've got words like fresh and smells, and we've got and drop down, the word beauty in there, flowers of all colours.
It's all about being with the one that you love.
Oh, okay then. That's so sweet, Simon. That's a lovely story. So tune in tomorrow for another lovely story at 7:30. And then tell us about the vintage sprays as well.
So we've got 4 vintage sprays. We've got, I don't know which order I put them down in. So we've got sage green, old brown, dusky plum, and aged teal. So we wanted to go for colours that were quite vintage. Yeah. And it's actually my favourite set that we've launched.
It's a good one, that. It's a very good one. And it's in that main bundle, which we'll be looking at as well. It's got the pearl spray in that main bundle. You've even got a little bit of grey board and MDF as well.
Yeah. And it's in the big kit as well. We've got 21 sprays in the big kit of just the sprays.
Yeah, the huge one, the massive one. Did I read that right? Was it like an £80 saving or something? Was it £87, I think, from memory? Stay tuned, yeah. Big bundle. So is this an example of a project with the sprays out and on something then? Let's have a look.
That's just
that's a card on top. Yeah, we'll have a look at that as well, though. Hang on to that. The stamp. You can see how well that's stamped on the front.
Yeah, so it was just an ordinary box. And the flowers were made just using white paper that's been sprayed up. Yeah. I think it's not MDF, that's plywood, I think.
It's wood, yeah.
So it goes on nicely. And as I say, I've just used these 4 sprays for that. The embossing powder and a bit of card.
That's lovely, and we'll be looking at embossing powder in the show as well, in the bundle, for example. And you can see how well that stamp has stamped and come out on the emboss. You can imagine that's going to stamp well with the inks too. Love the vintage sprays too. Oh, Simon, thank you so much for sparing the time to come in and chat this morning, because we'll see the card in the show as well. Yep. But I know how busy you are, so we really appreciate you. Just any minutes with you and chatting is all good. We'll let you go now, I promise.
Thank you.
Have a look at the website. Here's the deal of the day as well. Your deal of the day is your Heat It craft tool. It's a brilliant price on this. £22.99 is your deal. You're saving £27. And your usual price on that would have been £49.99. 355 598 to order now on your Heat It craft tool. And it's lovely to have your company this Saturday morning, so I hope that you have nice plans for the rest of the day. We've got some good shows coming up. If you've got to bob in and out of the house or flat, we hope that you can spend a little bit of time with us and tune in. Remember, if you ever lose or miss a show or anything, you can always see on Hochanda.com. You can watch it again on Rewind and see the whole thing back, and you can pick and choose as well on there on the website, Hochanda.com. This is your deal of the day. We've already had a quick look at it this morning as well. So a lot of people have been picking this up, maybe getting a brand new heat tool. It's nice with electrical goods to just know that, you know, you've got something a bit more up to speed, or, you know, you've replaced something and recycled something that maybe you've had for 10 or 15 years, especially if you're using it on a regular basis. But yeah, I'm just thinking about that from my point of view, because my one of these is white. It's pretty much covered in stuff and paints and sprays and waxes and things, so you do worry sometimes. So maybe a nice new one might be the time to do it. £22.99 plus delivery to order it, with £27 off. That's your Ranger tool for the deal of the day. Have a look at the website, Hochanda.com. On there you'll see our sunrise deals. There's our Heat It craft tool, the deal of the day. That should be available while stocks last. But then you've got your other sunrise deals here, and these are only available, this is so important, they're only available until 8 AM. On your MDFs, they're going very, very fast. You've got your discs as well. You've got your books. There's that lovely, lovely embossed vellum also. And then you've got your Perfect Occasions winter warmer. 100% cotton quilt bundle. We sort of took some time before, didn't we? We sort of, you know, we meandered our way down the counter earlier, looking at the sunrise deals, but we'll do it a bit quicker next time. Limited stock. Yeah, I know, I'm so sorry to shock you with that, but already limited stock on this set. They're already pre-scored, pre-cut and everything. You've got your little treasure chests here. They might be for gifts, keepsakes. You've also got your colouring toppers. There are 36 in each pad, and you can see there's a few different animals. They each come with a colour coordinated frame. You don't have to colour them if you don't want to, but they do come up really, really nicely. Colour the zebra, you feel like you're in some sort of dream world. You know, like, is that a pink zebra? No, it's a blue zebra, and you're dreaming. You've got your fox. You've got I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. And then you've got your badger. And the way your badger is there, it's a similar silhouette to a penguin. So, you know, blur your eyes. You know, I've never really seen. It is quite surreal, isn't it? I'm pretty certain I'm looking at a badger standing at a plinth about to make a speech. Or is he doing the gardening? Or is he about to do the fabric disappearing magic trick with 1/2 metre of fabric? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, wait there. Oh, wait there. We've never done this before. We've never done the fabric disappearing trick. With such a small piece of fabric. Right, and we're not going to start now either. This is limited stock. They're about to go. £12.99 plus delivery to order. I'm so sorry, Matt. It's terrible behaviour of me. They are going to go, so definitely order as soon as you can. What is limited stock anyway? It's some sort of strange shopping TV speak that might not mean anything to you. That means it's the last 10%. So the last 10% is remaining, and you can use it. It's not just on shopping channels that you can use things like limited stock. Next time you're in the supermarket or down any shop, you can point to a shelf where there's maybe one left of something, and say to the person that you're with, "Oh gosh, look, the Bertolli spread is on limited stock. There's only 2 left." Yeah, other spreads are available. Oh look, the Philadelphia limited stock. You know, oh, limited stock on the 4 pints of milk. Is it going to be 2 pints or a massive 6 pinter? Who knows? Who knows? You decide. So we've got our magnetic sheeting just here for the storage, and that is with your Get Well pop-up and Love pop-up. So the actual die itself it's got a score line, and you're die cutting the whole thing. You're scoring it and folding it, and then the word pops out of the card for you. 230077 to get both dies and the magnetic sheeting. 2 books. And you've got both here. We love these books. We had a good look at them before. Love them for the inspiration and the fun. These are busy. I'm not surprised. They're really different. They're good books as well. I mean, this is really giftable too, because it's quite diddy and it's hardback and it just looks nice. If you're getting this for somebody that's into their soft crafts, if you're just looking for something different, do you know what I mean? Like, instead of you know, the lovely things that we will always love, like knitted booties and mittens and scarves and cardies and stuff, but you've got really fun stuff in here, like your crochet and felt darts there. It's a little game. Your needle felt dice. We've got our, what else do we have? The needle felt toadstool. Look, the sewing ukulele. The ukulele. Now we know how to spell ukulele. And you've got your soupy. Yeah, this is cool. The raccoon. Look at the needle felt moustache as well. This is all fun. This is all good fun. I thought that was real. I thought the moustache was real. I thought it was a child with a moustache. No, you're only dreaming. So you've got 500 toys there. It's a needle felt dinosaur. £10. So that makes that book £5. £5. And you've also got this wonderful book here, which is your Decorate and Embellish, giving different advice from different experts and designers on how to dye, how to make fabric, how to screen print fabric, but also then how to add embellishments on. Lost some of the pages now, but you've got things like your buttons, ribbons, lace, that's it, zips and beads and sequins as well. So it's a wicked book. £10 plus delivery to order, 952286 to order now. And then you've got your CD-ROMs. Have a little look at those on the website. Have a look now as well. You've got 3 CD-ROMs, normally £25, but today just 18. You're getting £57 saving. Sorry, normally £25 each, apologies. Yeah, so normally £75, that's right. Sorry for that. But yeah, you're getting them for £6 each today. £18 plus delivery to order. You've got your fairies and your flowers there, basically. Lots of printable elements for your card making 20 cards each disc. These have been really busy. This is MDF, and 60% of the stock is gone. You've got your trees, and you've got your baubles, and your baubles will hang on the middle there. Get your glitters out, get the gilding waxes out, get your paints out. It's a good excuse. But definitely a black gesso chalkboard bauble to count down the days to Christmas would be really nice. 9 or a picture frame, yeah, be a nice idea that. 133265. So yeah, it doesn't have to match the Christmas tree, does it? So that could be something. It could be just like a feature there, a picture frame. Maybe of a friend, a family member, or just a celebrity that you really like. You know, that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? 13, just Ross Kemp. You know, just a picture of Ross Kemp there, and then whenever anyone comes around, it's a talking point. You say, "Oh, you've got a picture of Ross Kemp on a decorated MDF Christmas tree. Do you just like him, or is he a relation?" You know, you say, I'm not going to tell you. 133265 is your item number there to order. Make up the rest of the story yourself. £9.12 plus delivery. You've then got your pearlescent vellum. This has been embossed to give you a wonderful texture to it that you can then go over with the inks, maybe sprays, your gilding waxes, go over with your alcohol markers as well. You get lovely designs in these, and you're getting 24 sheets for just £15.60. Nice for cards, sort of fronts, maybe inserts as well. Might be nice to have, you know, glue it to another piece of parchment or vellum. You can have a little message stamped and embossed on the other side. 891307 to order now. On the website, you'll find everything, including your deal of the day, all of these sunrise deals. Oh, hugely important point that I only seem to remember when I'm stood here. I don't know if it's something in the air conditioning, but I've remembered that these are only sunrise deals good for the hour. So only this hour. There's not long left. There's 18 minutes left on the hour. So do order on any of them before 8 o'clock at least, or before they sell out. You've then got your fabrics, and this is 5.5 metres worth. So 2.5 metres worth of fabric with a bonus quilt pattern just here, and it gives you full instructions as well for that. I'll just show you one of the pages, for example, there it is, right way up, and there's the other one. So you've got a full quilt pattern there that comes with your 2.5 metres worth of fabric. That's 5.5 metres. So you've got things like gifts on there, you've got mittens, you've got your robin redbreast, you've got your penguins in there, and you've got your snowflakes. So as we go close on this next shot, you can really see the detail. Obviously they're all geared to work together, designed to work together in a team, and you're getting that ease of matching your fabrics. 3/4 of the stock for our show this morning is gone. 804-188, 3/4 gone. So if you were kind of gently thinking about it, now's the time to maybe make your mind up, because yeah, it is going. Only 1/4 of what we had at the beginning of the show we've still got. So it's going fast. 804-188 to order now. The embellishments, can't quite get my head around the deal on these as well. Good morning, by the way. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're getting 24 packs of embellishments. And they're not just embellishments like this. With your alphabets, which is cool, don't get me wrong, it's not just anything. And not just your paper flowers, your tulips, which are very cute, very pretty. But you're also getting these metal embellishments with brads to pop on like cardboard drawers on maybe a box that you're making, or wooden or MDF drawers if you're upcycling something or making something else decorative. But you can go over those. They don't need to be that colour. You can go over them with white or black gesso also. So lots and lots of embellishments in here for just £8.50. Like I said, I can't believe the price. 912-800 to order. These are all your sunrise deals, but we've got Craft Along, which is such a good opportunity to get a kit and craft along at home, and the next one is going to be with John Lockwood.
Would you like to improve your crafting techniques by watching and crafting along with your favourite Hochanda guest demonstrators, all from the comfort of your own home? If the answer is yes, then we are very excited to invite you to Craft Along, where you, our presenters and guests, will create an amazing array of projects throughout the year. So tune in, be inspired and create with Craft Along, your monthly crafting workshop.
And we've got our deal of the day on right now for you with a big saving. Thanks, Matt. Sorry about that. So I nearly spilt some water. Nearly spilt some water. But yeah, it's £22.99 for your deal of the day, and it is a big saving, £27 off, but only today while stocks last as well. It is from Ranger. You've got your heat tool here with your instructions and sort of rundown on the side. We know what a heat tool is, but if you're buying this as quite a new crafter, It gives you that reassurance. You've got your features on this side as well. Your heat tool is going to be great for embossing, just heating up and drying off anything wet media, any sprays, any texture pastes. But also you can see here nice little features. I suppose importantly, it's quiet. You know, safe with no protruding metal tip. CE approved, of course. Oh yeah, shrink plastic, of course. I forgot about the shrink plastic use. But for your glues and paints and inks, as well as your embossing powders. Lightweight and easy to hold as well. I'm just going to... Actually, no, I think I'd beg to differ with that. I'm just kidding. This is the one I've got at home, and it is really nice. And but it's a bit too heavy. I'm just kidding. It's lightweight and easy to hold. Also, why is it so heavy? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Again, it's lovely. It's lightweight, easy to hold. It's the one that I've chosen to own. We've just got the white one at home. Yours is a black casing. Also, quite importantly, I don't know if I'm showing my age here, like in getting excited that it's a moulded plug. It's already on there. But you know, to know that that's already moulded and it's on and it's fused, because a couple of times back in the 80s and early 90s, I'd buy an electrical item and you'd have to put the plug on yourself. But that is all done for you, and it's moulded and it's encapsulated. What did you go shopping for the other day, Jimmy? Director Jimmy? Oh, for an airer for your clothes. And you've got a new rug as well. Oh, he's living the life. New rug. Living the high life at 27. 27. I was 16 when you were born, Director Jimmy. 16, I was 16. So he should be buying washing machines by now, shouldn't he, at the age of 27? But he just goes down to the river with a stick. We're down at just like dunk it. £22.99 is with which there's nothing wrong with that. It needs must. £27 off for your deal of the day today. Here it is, your deal of the day, and it says 3 o'clock on the graphic there, doesn't it? On the analog clock. But what time would you choose? Because the thing is, it's a deal of all day, so it's only here while stocks last. Order as soon as you can on all of our Sunrise deals, including the deal of the day. You've got a whopping saving of £27. Your next thing I've got to mention is a limited stock item. It's gonna go. Go for it. You're getting your colouring toppers there as well. You've got your lovely mini crates and cartons for any gift ideas or anything like that. And you're getting a very special price there, half price, with £12.99 being your price. 845424 to order now. The MDF is also limited stock. The MDF, and it's your tree and bauble kit. You've got your sizes on there as well. That's a lot of millimetres. 220 by 230 millimetres. What is 220 times 230? I don't know, and we really don't care. So £9.12 plus delivery to get your Christmas tree bauble kit there. 133265. Also, this is limited stock. You've got 2.5 metres worth of fabric here. It's on your winter warmer. Sounds like you're ordering a pint down at the local. Oh, I'll have the winter warmer, please. So it's 100% cotton with your quilt bundle. It's 2.5 metres. The reason why it's winter warm is it's got cool stuff like robins and penguins on it and stuff. So £15 off, making it half price. That's a good deal. And then the embellishments, they are also limited stock. They're gonna go quick. £11.49 off, making them just £8.50. 912800. You have 10 minutes left to get these deals before they sell out, or at this price before they jump back up again. And our one-day special with Beth is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. Beth launched last night at 6 p.m. It looked like a good show, looked like a good, fun, colourful show.
Yeah, we've got some really great dyes on there. I'm very excited to be back. It was brilliant. Some lovely things we've got on offer.
Oh, that's beautiful. So what sort of things have we seen already on last night's show? What can we look forward to?
Yeah, well, we've got some really exciting new shapes. So we've got things like the narwhal, which is new and very fun. We've got some great new greenery kind of things with leaves and some eucalyptus. We've got a really great deal on some patchwork dyes, a set of patchwork dyes, which is just really great as well.
I like this direction with Sizzix, like the patchwork dyes that we're getting, because they cut down the time that it cuts down on, and the precision that it gives you with all of your seam allowances and everything.
It's absolutely brilliant. It means I can cut out a quilt in an evening very easily, and anyone that's seen me before knows that I've talked about having multiple jobs. I'll have 4 jobs on the go at once. So being able to cut out a quilt in an evening means that I can still do things for friends. So actually there's a couple of quilts that are for friends that I've given as gifts over time that I've just been able to whip up in an evening, because, as you say, that being able to cut things precisely and quickly, it's amazing.
Speed, precision, it's all in there, and then comes the fun after that as well. Matt, our floor manager's gone shopping as well for a couple of different items. He's got a few ready. Oh, you coming in this side, Matt? Yeah, this side. All right, go for it. Here we go. Oh, Beth, you've always got such inspired thinking, mate. You've always got such inspired things on your shows. And
I do.
Different items.
I don't think you can help but be inspired with these dyes. You suddenly realise all the different kind of permutations of the different dyes that you can use. So there's that baby grow with a narwhal on it. It just looks, and that's such a quick make, because that's just been appliqued on really quickly. So you can get one of these multi-packs of baby grows, and just suddenly you've got presents for 5 different people, you know?
You know the types of multi-packs, don't you?
Yes.
Usually, I mean, I can't remember the prices nowadays because mine are 6 and 5, but you know, you can usually get 5 vests for, I don't know.
Yes.
On a deal.
Yeah,
usually
on a deal.
You're not paying for one of them.
No, exactly.
You pay for 4,
like,
you get 5.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. Grab the baby vests now, they are limited stock. Don't know where that came from. But look at the mobile!
Isn't it gorgeous? I love this. So this is one of the dyes, the jungle animals, and it's actually using the Sizzix felt that we've got on the show as well. And it's just such a fun idea. This is the leaf, the tropical leaf that's on there as well. It's just such a fun way of having different animals. And obviously, if it is like, you know, oh, we're keeping the baby, the gender a surprise, then actually do it in all of these really funky bright colours. And it's just a really great way to go in any room. It's not doing a baby reveal, you know, a gender reveal before.
No, it's not. It's not, is it? It's good.
It's just great.
Girl, boy, twins, either way.
Yeah.
But how have you made it? Is that an embroidery hoop underneath?
Yeah, an embroidery hoop. You could use a couple of different options, but that's an embroidery hoop. With these ones, they're just giraffes flinging over there. No, we're all good. But then they're all just so they've all been hand stitched and then tied on, and then the leaves just glued over the top, just to give that really nice jungle effect.
And it's so lovely, and we know you know ribbon. I mean, we've got ribbon coming out of our ears at home as well.
Really, literally.
Yeah, literally.
You should see someone about
that. Thank you, Beth. If you've got any numbers, please pass them on. But you know, seriously, I mean, it's an easy make, and even you don't even need to have used an embroidery. You could have used anything.
Anything, yeah, absolutely. So I've got some. Again, I had a multi-pack of some hoops for something, and you could use just anything that gives you that kind of shape. But having said that, if you've got you don't even have to use that. You could hang them directly. We've also got a cot bumper that's on the show as well, using these as well, so that you can have it all around in a room. You can imagine them on curtains and valances and all sorts of different things. You could put them just wherever, really.
Yeah, once again, Sizzix is it's of the moment, you know. Sizzix are really, they are there with their designs at the moment. And it must be so much fun to work for the company.
It really is.
And then this cap as well. Again, you're just getting like a low-cost, plain cap, baseball cap, and then you're using a bit of applique on it.
This, because often we think of as unicorns as, you know, having to be rainbows and having to be really vivid colours and having to be so many different things. But actually, this is just great, because doing it on a dusky pink, that kind of blush rose, is just really, really on trend. But also doing it in greys makes it this subtle effect. So it's got the two different. You can see that the mane is a slightly different colour, slightly different design, but it means that we can do like mother-daughter sets. But it's something whimsical, and you could always take the horn off and just have it as a horse for someone that loves those horses. But it's something that's subtle, which is quite unlike me usually. But it's but yeah, it's just that really, really simple effect, and it's just been appliqued on. Now you could put loads more detail on this, obviously, but with something like a quilt, with a cap, you're not going to want to have to stitch through, because that's going to be quite hard work. But with the bonding, the adhesive that we've got on the show, And then with these fabrics, with these dyes, you know you're going to get a really good finish, even if you just use the adhesive.
I love it. I love how scissors have got all the bases covered. You know, you've got the big shot on the show, you've got the adhesive on the show, you've got the felt on the show, you've got the wonderful fabrics on there as well, and all the inspiration with the finished samples as well as the actual dyes. You know, so it's a good one-stop shop.
It really is.
Yeah. Oh, Beth, thank you so much. I know it's busy. It's a rush in the morning as well, and it's the morning. You know, you need me say more. But thank you so much for coming in, because I know you're not until 9, but we appreciate it.
It's great. Thank you.
We'll see you at 9.
See you at 9.
All right then. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. Bye.
Okay, so here's your deal of the day as well. On the deal of the day, you are grabbing this today for a saving of £27 off, and you're getting that for just £22.99. Your usual price would be £49.99. That's £355,598 to order. The deal of the day, it's only available while stocks last, or for today. That's the limit. Thank you for tuning in. We so mean that as well. It's Saturday morning, it's early-ish, you know, but we love having your company. Stay tuned, because Simon and Donna are both here from Pearlywinks Studios. We'll be meeting both Simon and Donna in just a few minutes' time. See you in a bit.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player or Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the Hochanda channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select Settings. Select your network and select Setup Connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or the bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Hochanda app. Simply press the home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the channel store. At the top of the channel store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the added channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Now scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the star button on your remote. You can then use the arrow buttons to move Hochanda to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Flexi Order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you'll qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least $80 worth of any item to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Oh, am I still doing that? Oh, I apologise. I'm down here like, yeah, that's going to fall, yeah. Can we rewind and do that again? No, because it's live. So, Donna and Simon, thank you so much for coming back. We didn't scare you off then with one of our first shows.
No.
Cool. Tell us about Pearlywinks Craft Supplies then, as a company. Just give us a bit of background.
So, Simon and I are brother and sister.
Okay.
And we came to Hochanda in we did our first show in July last year.
Okay, yeah.
We had our screen test with you, I think, in April.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Thanks for coming back. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just a small family-run business.
Okay.
We've just got our very first design team. We've done fantastic samples for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. It looks like you've got a good team as well. Yeah. And of course, it's obviously been busy then the last few months, and it's, never stopping, well. I guess. Yeah. What made you do it? Where did Pearly Wings Craft Supplies come from? A passion, a need to do it?
It was Mum wanted it.
Yeah.
When we started, we've both been crafting for years.
Yeah.
And it was Mum who got us into crafting. She's been crafting as long as we can remember.
Yeah.
So it's just basically following on her dream.
Yeah, so that's amazing to be a real sort of family and a group effort with brother and sister. You know, there's something in the blood then, therefore. So there's something in the blood and in the family. And with Pearly Wings as well, it's a real style too. Who's going to be demonstrating on the first show? Is it yourself?
Yeah.
So what are we going to see? What are you going to be doing then?
So I'm going to be doing some journals and scrapbooking and not scrapbooking, but the base of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody can do their own thing with them.
Yeah, right then. As soon as we hear stuff like that, we're like, "Ooh, I'm going to watch this show." Then stay tuned. Donna, do you need to get ready then? Shall we say goodbye for a minute? All right then. See you in a bit. Thanks for coming in, Donna. All right, don't go too far. Stop. Yeah, just there. So we don't walk too far. You go through a wall. Simon, take us through this first bundle then. What have we got?
So in this bundle, it's our first launch of the vintage stamp. It's our first ever stamp.
Yeah.
So it's a nice size. It's 14 by 20 centimetres, that is. So in the kit, you get the stamp. Yeah. Our four new colours of the vintage sprays. We've got a dusky plum, aged teal, old brown, and sage green.
That's these sprays up here, well remembered. And now we've got the close-up, we can both read it, thank goodness. You can see aged teal there, old brown, sage green, and then the dusky plum as well. Pearly Wings Craft Supplies. Those are in your sprays. We can see a couple of examples. We can see one of them just here to see what you can do with these sprays. Just so you can see them out of the bottle, I guess. Yeah. It's good, isn't it? To see those. That's a good effect.
Yeah, so that's actually been created with one of the normal winks. It's not been created with the vintage winks. That card that's just there.
Oh, brilliant! Okay.
Has been created with the
this one here. And the vintage. The difference is it's quite useful to see them both together. Actually, is the difference is.
So what we've done is we've sent half the design team some of the brighter colours from the normal range, and then we've sent some of them the vintage colours, just to show that the stamp will work whether you want the more vibrant tones or you want the vintage tones.
Yeah, good to get that difference to see. It just depends what sort of mood you're in or what type of crafter you are, I guess. So you also get, I'm going to give this a shake as well, because it's got an amazing, I mean, it's all settled down at the bottom, but it's, what are we looking at here with the Pearl Mist?
So it's a mica-based product. It's got an adhesive in, so it stays on the card and not on the... it doesn't come off in your hands. If it does, it'll be very minimal.
So you're creating your own pearlescent card?
Yeah, so it'll turn any colour card into a pearlescent card, or even what we've been finding is that we've just been using white card on everything and just using the sprays to get that colour, and then using the pearlescent too.
Brilliant. So you could take that white card, put an ink over the top, and then spray that as well?
Yeah.
It could be any colour of pearlescent card?
Yeah.
White pearlescent or multicolour pearlescent. Very good product. And then take us through what else we've got.
So you've got 25ml of the embossing powders, which is new today as well. We've not even launched that on our website or anything. Wow. And so we're literally launching this here. And you've got 200ml of, sorry, not 200ml, 30ml of the magic drops.
Of the magic drops, and what do they do? What are they?
So the magic drops, they'll blend and extend your product.
Oh, okay.
So it creates more of an even blend.
Yeah.
And it makes the product go a little bit further. So you just mix that in with your sprays.
Will we see Donna using those as well? So hopefully at some stage.
Sure. I'll be using them today.
I'll be using them later. What time's your show? Because you'll both be back, I know, but you'll be demonstrating later.
Yeah. At 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, okay, so make a date now with that. So Saturday today, 2 p.m, you'll see Simon. Donna's doing the demonstrating on the show now. And we're not even finished as well. It's a huge bundle. What else are we getting?
So you get an MDF plinth.
Yeah, because it's on a stand, isn't it? You can see it's on a base,
and 5 of the grey boards.
Nice. So 5 grey boards just over here. Again, quality grey board. You can cover that and get it wet and dry, and it's still good, isn't it?
750 micron, I think it is.
Nice one.
So the plinth's just slightly smaller than the stamp, but it does still quite a good size.
Okay, yeah. Comparing that, you can see obviously the stamp next to it there, and you see there the majority of the stamp design coming up onto that. It's really, really lovely, that. It's in really good quality MDF that you're getting. So £5 off. That is so, you could make that with the kicks. You've got your embossing powder, you've got the deal of the day heat tool, and you've got your, get some clear sticky ink, and away you go. You've got your pearl spray, you've got your vintage sprays, the stamp, you've got the MDF, the grey board. The list goes on. The embossing powder, and then your magic drops as well. So all of that in your bundle today for 2 payments of £34. Spread the cost over 2 months, and that's from Pearlywink's wonderful craft supplies. £5 off, making it just £67.99 today. You can spread the cost if you want over 2 months. Just go for your flexi buy. 817241 is your item number, and then the stamp on its own here, Simon. Nice to know. 20% of the stock has already gone on the stamp on its own. Eyebrows are raised in the studio, both of us at the same time. Me and Simon were both like this. 20% already. Why do you think people have engaged with it so well and grabbed it today?
It's a really good size. It's, as I say, it's 14 by 20 centimetres, and it's a polymer stamp, so it can be used for your, some of the design team have used it to actually use, I think it's a thick embossing powder,
on that
and then stamped onto the embossing powder, so they've used a heat technique with that. You can literally use the whole stamp as a full, or you can take elements that you want, as I think that's Sharon's has done on that one. She's cut the butterfly out.
Right. On all of these examples, this again is a lovely card that I've got here using the stamp. Wonderful. Your first ever stamp then at Pearlywink Craft Supply, Pearlywink's Craft Supplies.
Yeah, so that's been used by Jane made that one, and she's used the bright tones again. So just a selection from the big bundle.
From the sprays, yeah. And then looking here, totally different effect, just softer. Tea-stained sepia look, with a little bit of colour on the pocket watch at the top. $14.99 plus delivery gets you this vintage clear stamp. Use it just in segments if you want to just make a tag here, or literally the whole thing for a larger design on that. And you've got the lights actually in it as well. 245689 to order. The stamp is in the bundle, so if you go for the bundle, bottom of the screen for that. But the stamp on its own is $14.99 plus delivery. 245689. The pearl and the glitter sprays. So we've seen the pearl spray. Where you can make any card pearlescent. But it's in a bundle with the glitter now, in this separate bundle.
Yeah, so they're both different. So one will give you the pearl mist. I'll give you a pearlised effect, and the glitter will give you a glitter effect. So there's the two different contrasts.
Oh, that's lovely. I really hope this comes across on the telly. Oh, actually, that's brilliant, because you can see plain white card that it's on.
Yeah.
So you can see the bottles there really well. But on the plain white card, that's your plain white card. If you're going for your pure pearl, you can get an effect there. It's just catching light. Can you see that pearlescent quality? And then the glitter pearl, it's just going to sparkle. Yeah, so if you look at each one at a time, there's your glitter and sparkle. Yeah, that shot there. So that's what your plain white card would look like. That's your glitter pearl, and that's your pure pearl. It's a good effect from these sprays. I love them. So to get them both, it's $29.98 plus delivery. To order is £4 off, and you get them in a pair. This one here, the Pearl Mist, you're getting that in the main bundle today. So if you just want to get that in the main bundle, that's fine. But to get both sprays today as a duo, you can grab them at 878239 to order now. So on the pick and mix with your sprays, they are available in a huge bundle, and you get a whopping saving. But if you are going for the pick and mix, here's how to do it with Simon from Pearlywink's lovely, wonderful craft supplies. Choose any three. Details are on now, and it's $9.99 off. So it's a good saving here. You're not paying for one of them when you're choosing three. So there they are, all your colours. You'll see these all being used. I know it's hard to sort of appreciate them, but we've got them on boards and we've got them on projects and stuff. 924759 to order. You're choosing three, but you're only paying for two. They're such lovely sprays, these, Simon, and show us anything that shows them out in real life as well.
So I'll just show you this one.
Yeah.
That's an example of just it started off as plain white card, the whole thing, and just to show you can make a card, you only need white card basically to make your colours up. We use them. Donna's done some swatches here just to show the different effects.
Oh, this is nice on different
I'll show
materials.
you that one, it's quite...
That's a great example there with the lime green.
So depending on what you use it on, you'll get a different effect.
So what are we looking at on here? What the different materials?
So she used ribbon, photo paper, which
glossy,
is the glossier ones, and she's used normal card as well for the flowers.
Yeah. So onto fabric, onto ribbon.
Go on fabric, ribbon. If it wouldn't be able to be washed on fabric, it will come out.
Okay. Can I show these as well? Is that right? So keep the colours coming. So you've got your blue colour on there. So permanent on fabric. Once it's on, it's on.
It's not permanent on fabric.
Oh, it's not. Okay, sorry, I've got the wrong end of the stick.
Sorry.
Just there. And then that's that. Don't you apologise. When I get the wrong end of the stick, it's my fault. And then there's your yellow as well, going on to lace and stuff. So for colour coordinating things, it's beautiful.
You may be able to seal it into fabric, but we've not tried because none of us really work with fabric.
Okay, but you can find a way maybe. But these are all the different colours that you've got with the purple as well, the different materials that they've gone on. So you're picking and mixing, and you're not paying for one of the sprays. You're getting two, paying for two, $19.98, but you're actually getting three, $94.759. And here they all are. The brilliant thing is, you can get them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a massive bundle of every single spray that you're seeing here. And do you even get the magic drops as well in there? That's brilliant. You've got your free magic drops as well, 30 mils of that, and £87 saving to make it $99.48. But if you're a Freedom member, it gets even better. Remember, these sprays will last you for ages. You're saving another £10 or so, $89.53 to get all of them.
Yeah.
And it's on FlexiBuy, so you can spread the cost if you want. So today, if you're a Freedom member, it'll be $29.84 on the first of 3 payments to spread the cost over 3 months. 081688. That's a good one to go for, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 21 sprays, all 100 ml, and it's all the ink sprays. Including that and the Pearlywinks, as well as the new vintage range, what we've just launched today.
Yeah, you get the brand new launch as well. So you get the brand new launch of the vintage sprays that are in the main bundle, but you get them here and you can spread the cost over 3 months also. So 081688 to order now. And then we've got the Angel Dust, the glitters, haven't we? This is so beautiful.
So
this comes with the tacky glue, doesn't it? I'm sure
it does come with the tacky glue. I don't know where the tacky glue is.
We haven't got one here, but it does come with it. Yeah.
So it comes with 30 ml tacky glue, and there's 9 different colours of the Angel Dust glitters. 17 grams.
Yeah, 17 grams in each one. I love this actually. That's a lovely piece of jewellery there. Show you how versatile the glitters are. And showing how they have grabbed onto that metal embellishment. They've made something beautiful. 473919 to order now on your Angel Dust glitters, and you do get the tacky glue with them as well. $22.99 plus delivery. Thank you so much, Simon, for guiding us through everything. We've got a little bit more to see, but you've got your big main bundle. We've seen the majority today, and the deal of the day. We'll see in a bit, Simon. Thank you. The deal of the day is available. Do look it up. It's $355,598. Your deal of the day price is a saving of £27. £27 off, making it just $22.99 today to grab your heat tool. Brilliant for your embossing powders. Well, Donna, we're back. Thank you so much for getting lovely demonstrations ready.
That's okay.
Beautiful new stamp as well.
Oh, I absolutely love it.
We're playing with it now. So what are you planning for?
So I'm going to do like a bit of a journal, an album. But just before I do that, I just want to quickly show you what's in the kit. So we've got obviously this beautiful virtually A5 stamp. So you can either use it as a whole, or you can take elements out and make different things, as you've just seen. So I'm just going to leave that in there for a moment. And then I just want to show you the new colours. Depending on what you spray, you're going to get different types of results and things like that. But I just want to very briefly show you the colours. So what we'd advise, these are just winks, so you don't need to shake them or anything. Some people get confused with the winks and the mist and things like that. So
I'd scare you for a bit now. Every time you say wink, you can join in as well. So every time we say winks or wink, you go, At the telly. Go on.
Okay, we'll try that one.
Yeah.
So, but the main difference is, as you can see here with the titanium, if you can see the micro at the bottom.
Yeah, show that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it there and we'll get another shot. Yeah.
So if you can see that at the bottom, sorry, ours is a bit messy. You just need to give it a good swirl, and they have a ball in the bottom.
Okay.
So then once it's all mixed in, that's not very. I'm going to get one that's going to do it properly.
Okay, all right then.
I think
I'll do it. Give it to me.
I think I took the ball out of that
Give
one.
it to me to just show you that it does work. Look, yeah,
yeah, it does work.
Give it
a really good shake.
Look, there you go.
There we go. I'm just not strong enough.
No, you're all right. But look at all that in there. It's amazing. And then look, if we give that a little jiggle as well, you can see. We'll give it a swirl.
Get the muscles out.
Hurley Winks Craft Supplies branding shot there. Make a note of the time. 8:16 in 2 seconds there. You take a screen grab and there you go.
So that's the only difference really, that they'll give like a shimmer and a sparkle and stuff. So don't get confused by all the different, it's just to give you different colours and things like that.
Got it.
Okay, so these new ones, what we'd advise when you first get them is just give them a little spray onto something first, just to pump them through. So, I'm going to spray onto, I've got watercolour card and just printing paper card. Photo card.
Ooh.
Obviously the colour will go very different depending on what you spray on and how much you spray.
That's interesting already, Lovely, and you can use them on fabric as we've already mentioned as well.
Okay. So, sorry I've not told you the name. So that one's the Dusky Plum and that one's the Sage Green. Oops.
And these are all in these are in the Vintage 4, the brand new 4 sprays.
Yep. And then this one is the Aged Teal, and then we've got the Old Brown. Obviously they look really vibrant.
Useful one there,
yeah.
Like sepia brown.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously they look really vibrant.
Actually, they look really good together as well.
Yeah.
So in the full swim, you're not just thinking, right, I've got 4 colours, but I can only use 2 at a time or 1 separate. But they all 4 work together.
Yeah. But obviously you can blot them out, and you know they won't be as vibrant and things like that.
Yeah, the blotting effect is really good.
Okay.
Actually, you've got a mixture of tones there.
So I'm going to pop them to one side.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going to happen.
You're printing, you know.
Usually,
that's the exciting thing.
usually they do give a lovely effect, but so they mix in together nice. I'm just going to pop that to one side for now. So that's the colours that you get with it, and then obviously you've got the stamp, and you've also got the pure pearl. So this is one with a mica in. This is really popular. This
pure
one,
pearl is like making anything pearlescent.
Yeah, it gives a really good effect. So what we just say is with these big trigger sprays, just to do it, waft it like that, you need to take the safety cap off first, because that always helps.
Yeah.
And just give it a spray across. I don't know if the camera's...
And then everything that we're using today with Donna and that we've seen with Simon already is in the main bundle on the left-hand side of your screen. £34 today, £34 next month to get everything. And those inks are wet at the moment, so we don't want them sort of running everywhere.
Yeah, as they dry, they will give a pearl effect. Can you see it there?
Yeah, you can. Let me get that across on the telly for you. Can you see there that you've got that pearlescent shine? Do you want to give it another spray as well?
Yeah.
So you just go in a fine mist, straight across.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see that. It's all happening. Let me see it even better as well. I'm going to tilt it very, very close, but I'm still going to go for it anyway.
It's probably better for me to do it on a...
Look at that!
On a coloured card.
Oh, and now on that coloured card as well. Look at this. So we're making anything pearlescent, any paper, any card, potentially any embellishment as well, just to make it pearlescent and make it glittery. And there's what we did live just now, and that's what we literally just did this last second. I suppose the best colour, because it's drying as well, you can really see it on the purple on the TV. Obviously at home you see it on all of them. So
once it dries it goes more intense as well. Okay, so I'll pop them to one side. So what I've done here is I've just stamped up the stamp, and I just want to mention it is a really big stamp, which is brilliant, but some people might think, oh god, it's a bit too big for me. But you can just take elements out of it. Now I've put it on one of these stamping blocks. You don't need to do that. You could just literally lay it on your glass mat and then print into it. So all you do for that is obviously just ink it up, and then you can just press it in and rub over it. What I do normally do at home is I'll put my paper in and then I actually stand on this.
Oh, right.
Because it's quite hard to press on.
Yeah.
So obviously,
literally,
yeah,
stand on it.
Yeah, literally turn it upside down and stand on it. You can do it if you like.
Yeah, not today. Yeah.
So just place your paper on top of your card, whatever you're using, and just rub it over, and it will pick up the image for you.
You're obviously very passionate about your crafting, don't you? Love
yes,
it.
I absolutely love it, and I'm just so excited about this new stamp because it's absolutely amazing. It's so much fun.
Probably the first stamp for Pennyweek's Craft Supplies as well. Oh, look at that! It's a beauty.
So I just move that to one side.
It's a great stamp. I love how different people have used it on the design team as well. How you know they've interpreted it. You've got it on smaller tags. You've got it on bigger designs. Yeah, it's a lovely background.
They've really done amazing. Really have. So yeah, so you can see it's picked it all up on there. Okay, so what I've done next is I've just put the embossing powder on. So I'm sure a lot of you have used the embossing powders and things like that before.
Yeah, gold embossing powder in the bundle as well.
Yeah.
You get a lot of it actually.
Yeah, there's loads. Ours is obviously been well used. But simply for those that haven't done it, just literally cover your piece of work and always put a little piece of paper or something underneath to catch it all, because you want to put that straight back in your pot.
Yeah, get your heat tool from the deal of the day as well. So the deal of today is a heat tool from Ranger. The wonderful price on that means that you're saving £27, I think it was, on it. So you're picking it up for £22.99 today.
It's a really good deal, that, isn't it?
Good price on that.
Simon was just eyeing it up before.
Yeah. Well, there's always room for a spare or another or a new heat tool, isn't there?
Definitely. So I've just gone over it just in case I didn't.
Don't take that one, Simon, because that's our one product sample that we've got. So that's all we've got at the moment. Hands off.
So just pop it all back in your tub so you've not got waste. And then we're going to heat it up.
Always a good time with the stamp to see how well it inks and stamps and embosses as well.
Definitely.
If you're into your embossing.
Definitely.
Oh, really important, you can get the stamp on its own as well. It's in the main bundle. It's a good price on the main bundle because you get it on FlexiBuy, split in half, also £5 off. But if you want the stamp on its own, it's down at the bottom of the screen, $14.99 plus delivery, and that's your vintage clear stamp, the vintage design, clear photopolymer style, always going look. Oh, there goes the embossing powder. 245689. That's a melty. That's a good melty shot.
I love it when it embosses the Eiffel Tower in a minute. It's like all the lights are going off. It just takes a while for it to heat up, doesn't it?
So I'm watching cheese under a grill. It's the same as watching embossing powder.
Okay.
But don't eat it.
No, that wouldn't be good, would it?
No. So eat the cheese. Oh, the Eiffel Tower.
I kind of need to invest in one of those new heat guns.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit slow.
It's doing the job. It's working.
It's just so versatile, this stamp. It's been brilliant.
Donna, I'm loving the fact that you've got a lot of elements to this stamp as well. So was it a team effort on the design? Because obviously Simon wrote the poem.
No, it was all Simon.
Was it? Oh,
he sent a poem to me and he said, "What do you think of this?"
Yeah.
And it was a lovely poem.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, we'd created this stamp, put all these elements in it, and I was like, actually, I'm not very good at, imagining how things are going to look, so I was a bit like, what am I going to do with that? But then when he sent it, mate, it's literally been stuck on there since I got it, and I've just not stopped playing with it. I absolutely,
use it all the time.
It's really, really good.
The fact that you can cut separate elements out as well, you don't even need to use the script. You can just have the Eiffel Tower just on its own if you want. You could just have that peacock feather on it. So, oh, these are lovely.
Do some little bits to go inside the journal.
Yeah, just while you're heating them, let me show these. A bit of multitasking. So yeah, just elements of the stamp, just a little bit on a tag. So it doesn't even have to be recognisable as the Eiffel Tower.
No.
But then the butterfly as well. Fussy cut around it if you want, but there it is on a little topper. But butterfly, imagine that on a little set. And then you've got your maybe cutting an aperture out or something. These are all for going into our little journal. If you're going for the stamp on its own, 60% of the stock has gone.
Wow, that's brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Busy out there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest.
So much shopping.
I'm not surprised because it is a really, really good stamp. I'm not just saying that because it's ours. Simon's done an amazing job with it.
Feel of it, yeah. Simon's design, as well. So there it is. It's a clear stamp, clear polymer, high quality stamp. I've noticed some of the design team have used it in hot, ultra thick embossing powders, maybe in hot glues as well. So they've done, they've stamped into things.
They've done amazing with it. Just talking about the ultra. I've not ever used that. But what I did find when I was playing about with this, if you use our magic drops, which are also in the kit,
you get that in the main bundle,
and if you pop it down the side of your card, as I say, I've not ever used that that's ultra thick embossing powder, but what I found was if you pop some on the card or wherever you want and then put the embossing powder on and then dry that, it goes into like a liquid gold.
Really?
Yeah. For people that already know it might be like, yeah, we know, Donna, but I don't actually know that.
New
So
discoveries are good. No, I've never seen anything like this before. So you can play with the formulation of your embossing powder.
Just look at this.
With these magic drops. Look at this.
And then you can obviously like, drip down your card.
No, we've never seen that before.
I'm dripping it onto the mat now, but you see there? How good is that?
Can you sell it?
Yeah.
Melt it down. We just made gold live on the show.
Yeah.
It's obviously not real gold, but how cool is that?
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the stamp, there's the embossing powder and the colours. So next we're going to move on to the journal. So if anybody does want to do this at home or anything, I'd probably record it, because I'm obviously going to do it, you know, quite quickly. And
and you can watch on Rewind as well with your what's it called now? Broadband connection. Yeah, so the Hochanda.com, you can watch on the website and do that. Oh, a couple of reminders actually, because the stamp's going so fast. The big bundle as well is very popular. The big bundle is £5 off, and it is on FlexiBuy if you want to spread the cost. This is on the big bundle of the sprays though now. So there's 2 big bundles today where you get everything pretty much, but also all the sprays. 21 sprays, and you get 30 mils of that magic drops. The magic drops are on the top right hand side of the photo. If you're a Freedom member, 10% off, making it just $89.53. And I say just, it's considered purchase, but those sprays will last for ages, and they're such good value because you're saving pretty much what you're spending when you get that on Flexi. In fact, you're saving more than you're spending when you're getting it as a Flexi Freedom member today. $96.95 off, making it just $29.84 today on the first of 3 payments. 081688. That's all of your sprays. Oh, and it also includes the 4 vintage sprays that are brand new that are in the main bundle. Bottom of the screen if you want to pick and mix and get 3, but only pay for 2 of those sprays.
Oh, sorry, just one thing to mention as well that I forgot to mention. You don't have to emboss it if you're not into your embossing and stuff. Obviously, I've just done part of it and done it with a StazOn ink, so it makes a nice flat image as well. Okay, so all right, so I'm using the grey board that comes in the kit, and what I've done is I've cut it down into some smaller pieces because I just want to make a smaller journal. So decide on what size you want. So like for instance this one, you know, you could have it as a little photo book or whatever. You just pull out the things out of the pockets and things like that. So decide on the sort of size you want. You know, you could have a really big one like this.
Yeah, very nice. Well then,
It's got a big spine. It's really, really sturdy as well. I've left them off so I can show you how to.
This inside cover detail as well, that ripping technique.
Yeah. So I've left this like this just so I can obviously show you how they go on.
These are wonderful little projects on the move, yeah.
They're really good for like just storing your pictures in or memories or whatever. So, so anyway, so what you want to do is cut down your board to whatever size you want it to be, and then you're going to take a piece of card. Obviously, I've had to do some of it already just to save a bit of time. So pop your grey board inside where it's going to be, and then the next thing I've done is literally scored all around it with your scoring tool, with your ball tool, on the outside of them. I've left an inch all the way around basically. So, just literally all 4 at an inch.
Okay.
So then the next thing to do is position your cards in place, stick them on. I'm just using double-sided sticky tape.
Easy,
yeah. And then what you're going to do is when you've got them in place, you're going to mark up to here 5 centimetres and do exactly the same there. You're going to do it on all 4 corners. Okay. I'm only just briefly, you know, just saying how to do it.
You said you'd race through this bit, but it's all right, you can watch it again on Rewind.
Okay. And the reason that I'm doing it this, you don't have to do it that way. What you can do is you can cut straight across there. But it's going to give you a bit of a messy corner. So what I found was, if you've scored across there 5 centimetres and you put it in place like that, you can then fold these corners over and get a really nice...
Really neat,
And I'm going to be covering that up as well. Okay. Then
get your grey board in the main bundle as well, so don't worry, this main one right next to us.
Yeah, I will be sticking all this together, but I'm just showing you while I've got the little elements out. Then this bit here is going to be the centre bit, and we're going to attach these little pockets onto them once they're stuck together. Yeah?
Yep.
And then you'll be able to get your bits out. So to do that, all you need to do, there is several different ways. This, you don't have to do it this way, but I found this way that works for me. So again, I've just taken the size of the grey board, and then I've done my first score line.
Cover that. Yeah,
and then what?
With the grey board, yeah.
Yeah, and then what I've done is decided how many sleeves I want, and then done them accordingly. So for each sleeve that you want, you need actually 3, because the centre one is going to be stuck down. So then I've just scored across every ½ inch.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
And add more if you want more.
Yeah, you can have as many as you want.
Card, yeah, every ½ inch.
Or you can have that longer bit. You can have it longer.
Yeah.
Then on the back, what I've done here is I've put the different tapes on just to show you which bits are going to stick where, just to try and make it a little bit easier. So on these flat bits, they're going to literally stick on the outside of the board. The bits that are going to raise, I've put the red tape, which is the really strong tape. So they're going to literally stick together like that.
They'll be very strong then. Yeah, yeah.
And that's going to stick. Same with that one.
Got you.
Yeah, and that one. So then you're going to end up with it like that.
A strong spine on your book. Yeah.
And then here you can just put some different tape across when we finish, but I've not stuck that on yet because I didn't want to complicate it even further.
Cover it nicely and eventually make it neat.
Yeah, and then simply for the pockets, I've just taken the size of it, top to bottom, and obviously the length, but then I've wanted to stagger mine, so I've done them slightly smaller on each one.
Oh, breaking news, you can no longer get the stamp on its own, Donna.
Oh, really?
Sold out, yeah. It is.
Thank you, everybody.
Don't worry, it's in the main bundle, but thank you so much if you have purchased it already.
Thank you.
On Donna and Simon's behalf. Yes, we're just moving it now. Thanks, Matt, floor manager Matt. He's on the case already.
Thank you.
He's just clearing it away. So, yeah, you can still get the stamp in the bundle, don't panic.
So, then what I've done is just taken a punch and punched out, and then inside, I've just put some tape on here. Don't go over the middle bit, just keep them separate. Yeah, so just done that on all of them. Okay. I just made some little inserts to go inside.
Very pretty, we saw those earlier, so don't worry if you're not seeing them now, yeah.
Okay, so that's briefly how you do it.
Okay.
Okay, so if we just put it all together now, and then obviously you stamp it up and put your inks on and everything else as you go along. So I'll try and do this.
Bundle, you've got everything that you need as well.
It's all good to go. So I'll try and do this, move through it as quickly as possible.
Don't you worry, Donna, it's all good.
Oops.
You do it, be comfortable.
Oh, okay.
The lovely thing is that journaling and you know, scrapbooking and memory book making, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's a really, really popular thing to do in terms of crafting and a pastime that's fun to do anyway. But it's the result that you've got at the end is a beautiful memory book that you can give to a friend.
You can have it as a gift, or can't you, as well?
Give to a friend that's ready to fill, or fill it with your own memories to be able to then give as a gift as well. It's a really nice trend, I think.
Plus you get to use it all and play with it all.
Yeah, true.
And then give it away at the end.
About the hidden areas.
I have to get it because it's going to be a gift. It's going to be a present.
But we're talking about making your journal look really nice today as well, with your sprays, the 4 brand new vintage sprays, or winks. You've got your main stamp as well, the big A5. It is A5, isn't it? It's like huge.
Virtually, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Just short, but it's a really good size for it, because then you can layer it around it as well.
Understood. Yeah. So it is. I mean, practically A5 size. So if you imagine half an A4, that sort of size, but still with your border space. And then you've got. It's really busy on that bundle actually. And then you've got your pearl spray, gold embossing powder, and then the magic drops. I like the idea of the magic drops and mixing them with the. Embossing powder, the molten gold.
Yeah, it's nice that, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we brought the magic drops really as a blender and extender.
Right.
Obviously, we're finding different things with it, which is great. So all I've done on these ones is, like I said, I've just put them down. If you can, just try and get them on the crease there. Okay, and then you're going to end up with that. So then you're just going to stick the rest down. I won't spend too much time, but at home you've obviously got more time to be able to do it.
It's all right.
You can do it neat and things like that.
I don't feel like I'm standing there and doing it as well.
Yeah, come on.
Do you want a minute or two? I can
If you want.
Oh,
if you want
yes, okay then. All right. I feel bad sort of hovering over you.
No. I mean,
because
it's
you've
fine
shown us
as
the
long as
steps.
people aren't bored.
Yeah, no, we're never bored. No, never. But yeah, it's all good. We can remind you on the main bundle as well. Have a look at the website, hochanda.com. Won't miss anything, promise. We'll keep you posted with all the steps and that. But Simon's here with me too, which is nice, so we can zip through everything and have a look. We've got what we're calling the main bundle, and you might be thinking, well, what do you mean by the main bundle? Well, we've got the ink sprays, so you've got those as the big bundle of sprays. They're on a what do we call it, pick and mix, but you can get those on the whole bundle of them, including this bundle as well, where you've got the 4 of the brand new vintage sprays, Simon.
You have.
Take us through then what we've got with the 4 brand new colours, and then try and show them to us as well in real life with a couple of examples.
Right, so you've got the 4 vintage sprays, which are aged teal, old brown, sage green and dusky plum. They're all 100ml.
Yeah.
So they're more of a vintage range. You can get, depending on how much you use, how little you use, the technique that you use, it will give different effects. So you'll be able to get lighter tones or darker tones.
Yeah, can you see on this card as well? And am I allowed to hold the box up too in regards to the vintage sprays
some
too?
help.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. Yeah. You're so kind, Simon. But yeah, looking at the watch there, you've got the stamp in the background, not available on its own anymore, sort of a softer. And then just nudge in there with that box too then, Simon, and you can see gold embossing with the stamp. But are these the sprays we're seeing?
So these are all the sprays, yeah. So the box has been created, coloured with the aged teal and sage brown, sage green even, and then the flowers have been painted with the dusky plum.
Nice. And then the dusky plum, I think I'm seeing here on the lid of this box.
You are,
right? Yeah, the dusky plums are great purples. So it is beautiful. And is that on the flowers as well as on the wood then for this box, the dusky plum?
The flowers were created just using white card.
Yeah.
And then they've been sprayed up with the sprays.
So you've got your own card factory here, haven't you, really, with the pearl spray as well, which we can get to now. So you've got your ink sprays, 4 brand new colours with your winks. Those are the 4 vintage colours that you're seeing here. The pearl spray, where you're pearlising anything. I'll give it another shake here, Simon, because the pearlescent quality to this is just magical. Look at that.
And that's a large 200ml bottle. So it lasts ages.
So, and we can, in what way? Because I've said you can pearlise card, but what other things can you
so that'll basically work on anything that's porous, non-porous.
Right.
Whereas the inks will just work on a porous surface.
Yeah. So for finishing off a Powertex project, or for going into fabric, give it a try.
Yeah.
See what happens. And then what's next?
So we've got 25ml of the gold embossing powder, which Don has used before.
Yeah, we were using that on the demonstration, and if I can turn it around, I can show you. You know, it's a really nice gold, that vintage.
Yeah, it's a lovely gold.
Yeah, beautiful. And then this is magical. This is. I'm glad it's called Magic Drops, because literally that's what she made the molten gold with as well.
Yeah, that's the new technique. Donna rang me the other day, and she was like, Simon, I've just found something new.
Yeah, to see that live on the TV, we're very lucky. And then that's not all. The stamp has sold out on its own.
Yeah, so the stamp's a lovely size. We went for a large size so that you could mat and layer it onto an A5 card.
Yeah.
So that's 20 by 14.
Yeah.
So it's a nice size. You can either use it on its own or take elements from it.
And then we've got the MDF and the grey board as well.
Yeah, so the MDF plinth, we actually ordered those from Olifantia. Helen Olifantia. She fitted us in and got them done for us. So it's a good quality. Helen
was in the other day from Olifantia.
And the grey board, you get 5 sheets of that. And it's 750 micron.
Okay, so really good quality grey board for your medium. Grab it. It's a main bundle today with £5 off, and it's 817241 to order. What you are getting is you're getting the vintage sprays, you're getting the pearl spray, you're getting the embossing powder, you're getting the magic drops, the grey board, the stamp, and the MDF plinth. It comes on it's like a plaque but on a stand. You're getting the whole thing here for £34 today, £34 next month as well to spread the cost. It's 817241 to order now. And then if you love that pearl spray, you've got it here in a double bundle. Tell us more.
We have. So we've got 200ml of the pure pearl and 200ml of the glitter pearl. Yeah. They are slightly different. They look quite similar, but the gold one you'll be able not gold.
The glitter one.
The glitter one. It
Yeah.
began with a G.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see a little flecks of glitter in those.
So you see the difference, and of course it's on the sticker anyway. Do they come out on the cards?
So the flowers
Yeah.
on that one, I've used the pure pearl, so you can see the pearlescent effect on that. I've sprayed that with the vintage, not vintage, with the vibes. And then I've sprayed over the top with the pure pearl.
The colours are really lovely and quite handy. I've picked up a glitter one next.
Yep, so that's just on the black. You can see it comes really intense on the black.
Doesn't that look nice? So you've got the pearlescent
that's
and the glitter.
Pearlescent as well.
So going back to the pearlescent then on this one. So you're adding that mica look, that metallic look, that shine. So those inks mists that you've got, they don't contain mica, but it looks like they do once you pearlise them here. And there's the glitter now on the canvas one. That's nice to know it goes on canvas. So like a rougher surface.
Yes, so Donna painted that one, and she's used our sprays to create the skyline.
That's so lovely. And then here, that's the glitter again on that.
I think that's just to show the stamp, that one. Sorry.
I see, but it's nice glitters on that. Okay, so it's all good, and then there's one more to see here on a canvas. You can see you don't have to go all out, you know, you can just use it for a little bit of subtle sparkle. 878239 to order, and it's $29.98 plus delivery to get the pair. You get both sprays today. Yes, Simon, you've got the big sprays as well, haven't you? We are really busy for the big bundle here because it's such a good price. Honestly, it's a good saving. You can get it on a pick and mix. Details are at the bottom of the screen for you on that. You're getting 3, but you're paying for 2 on those. However, you're saving $96.95 when you get them today with 3 flexi buy payments. It's spreading the cost across 3 months. Everyone's going for the big bundle rather than the pick and mix here today. It's $29.84 to grab them. Simon, tell me why you love the sprays so much as well. They're so brilliant.
I love the sprays because I've gone from having, well, I've still got a load of cardstock that I don't use anymore because I'm spraying it up using the colours that I want to use. The colours are the same as well, so you don't get like the differences in colours. But they're just brilliant. You just turn any normal white card into any colour that you want.
Yeah, you can see there. I mean, on the ribbon, on fabric, on wood, on MDF card, pearlescent card. You know, shiny cardstock, watercolour card, regular stamping card. On all those surfaces, you can see here how good these sprays look. So if you're into your mixed media, when you talk about different types of crafting, you've got it covered really, haven't you?
Yeah, so the sprays with the sprays as well, if you use it on something like photo paper, so the really bright ones on here have been done on photo paper, and that's because the photo paper reacts straight away with the inks, so it absorbs it straight away, whereas something like a watercolour, it'll be less intense.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that, you can play with the intensity then, just depending on your different surfaces. In fact, we saw a little bit of that with Donna because it was 2 types of cards she was spraying on as well, wasn't it? The watercolour and the stamping, just to see what happens. You can create lovely ombres with them as well, depending on what you're doing. Love these a lot. And then, how is that technique done there with the almost like grass-like look?
I think she's just flicked up the page with a paintbrush to create like a grass effect.
Yeah, we like that as well. Imagine that with grass or night and day or shade and adding depth to something. Love the blots as well that you can get when you just have a play. Basically. Yeah. We love the colours. You're getting all the colours today. We're very, very busy on this at the moment. 21 sprays, but you also get 30 mils of the magic drops. They're this side, aren't they? When you get on the big bundle, it is a really good price, $29.84 today, and then 2 more payments to get you that whole bundle of 21 sprays. 081688. Simon, thank you again for your time and just explaining everything. We really do appreciate it. But the deal of the day today is one that you've got your eye on as well. It's the Ranger Heat-It Craft Tool. Thanks, Simon. Its usual price $49.99. Deal of the day price $22.99. See, I've got my eye on it as well because my heat tool like that. It's a white one and it's just covered in stuff. Savings £27 today. You'll get that now, but only while it's in stock. I'm just looking across the studio to make sure it's still there, and I can only see the box, so I need to make sure it's still in the box. Is it in the box, floor manager Matt? Okay. Floor manager and security guard. We've had an email from Cheryl. She's loving the show, so thank you very much, Cheryl.
For our design team.
Oh.
Cheryl, if it's Cheryl Wall.
Oh, thanks for the... Yeah, it is, yeah. She's come up on our email. Thanks for sending
her.
that in, Sharon. It's much appreciated. We're so pleased. Don't know, where are we with our lovely book?
Okay, so I've just been carrying on with it, and...
We didn't miss anything, did we?
No.
Techniques-wise?
No, all I've done is I've stuck them down. What I forgot to mention is when you're doing this score, use a wider ball tool, because you want it to be able to, have a bigger flex. Yeah. Okay, and then all I've done is I've just cut down the piece that I shown you earlier and just stuck some on there, and I'm just going to stick that on the back bit as well. And then what you want to do is think about how you want to fasten your book, because you'll need to do it at this stage. Okay. So I'm going to do mine with some ribbon, and then I'm just going to tie it in a bow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just stick this last
We're
bit
all
on
good
here.
for time as well, don't we?
Oh, great.
Good 10 minutes or so.
Oh, fantastic. That's all I need. That'll be brilliant. Okay, so then just line it up and put it on. Make sure you don't go over the centre.
Love the fact that you're personalising it every step of the way. You're just using elements of the stamp. You're deciding, how it's done as well.
Yeah, you can do whatever you like with it. Yeah. So what I did there was, as I said, I was going to push them together and just stick, with that sticker, so it's now nice and strong. And then just go over it again with a scoring tool, just flatten it all. You want to make sure you've got really, if you can, straight edges, because obviously that's going to make a difference to how the finished look is going to be. So I've taken some ribbon because I want to use mine to close with some ribbon.
Yes.
And then you need to just stick it down now at this stage. So I just put it doesn't matter where you stick this, because you're not going to see all this, it's all going to be covered up. But if it does fall apart, at least it's quite neat. You can use glue on it if you want. Obviously glue is going to hold better, but this is quite strong.
We've all got our own preference,
yeah,
with
yeah,
things,
of course.
but you've used a multi sort of adhesive solutions with this one. You've got your red liner tape or your ultra clear tape on the middle bit on the spine, didn't you? You got if you prefer working with wet glue or something, it's fair enough as well.
Yeah, of course, it's absolutely fine. So you want to obviously line them up so they're in the same place. So I use I don't use a glass mat at home. I've normally got all my 5 centimetres and everything, so I'm just trying to gauge where it goes. So roughly you want it obviously to be the same either side. So I think that'll do. Okay, and then just put another piece on just to keep it in place. Okay. And then we're ready to stick this bit on. So for this, don't put it all on at once, because obviously it's probably going to not line up right if you try and stick it all on, so just do a little bit at a time. So we'll start with this bit first, and I'm just gonna, you're best off if standing up like this, obviously, to try and hover over and make sure that you've got it in the right place, because you need to make sure
it's gonna grab, isn't it?
Yeah, that those bendy bits go in the bendy bits there.
Yeah. Do what you need to do, Donna. Don't worry about us. We're watching from overhead, but if you need to lean into showering,
oh, sorry.
You do what you like.
Got my big head in the way.
You do what you want. You're not in the way at all, but you do what you want.
You just carry on, Donna. Don't mind about everybody else.
We've even zoomed in a bit, Donna, so you honestly, you just get it as perfect as you like.
Okay. It'd probably be easier to do it from this angle.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
That one.
Yeah. Right, so take that one.
Queen and David Bowie there.
Right, so there we go. So I'm happy with that. That's going to still bend. Then on this centre bit, I'm just going to pop a little bit more tape on the centre rather than putting it on there. Probably doesn't need it, to be fair, but you don't want it gaping out. Yeah. Are we still okay for time?
Yeah, we'll be absolutely fine, don't worry.
Okay. I did actually have another demo prep, but...
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've not got that far. But there's so much.
Yeah. I mean, I deliberately sort of I didn't actually tell you again how much time. We've got about 8 minutes or so, 7.5 minutes.
Oh, right, I might be able to quickly show if I don't.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant, okay.
Yeah, because it is a good one, it's another good one.
Oh, then, for sure, then you've got to...
Right, okay.
Even if you skip one or two, or just explain a couple of
Yeah,
steps
rather than,
save some time.
Yeah, I'll pop this in here.
And then Simon's demonstrating later, isn't he?
Yes, he is,
yeah,
so I'll show another way just to use the grey board, because it's so... You know, you might already have grey board at home.
Yeah.
You know, in this kit, you've only got 5 pieces, but then once you've finished, you've still got all your sprays. You know, you can buy some more grey board or the MDF plaque.
I mean, you've got your MDF plaque and 5 pieces of grey board and the stamp and the embossing powder and the magic drops and the spray, the pearl spray, and the vintage sprays.
Yeah.
Very, very generous.
Yeah, you can always get more stock, can't you, and add to it. And the MDF plaque that Helen's done for us is brilliant. See, I've rushed now and I've not done the thing properly, but it doesn't matter. It still shows the effect. So what you're going to do then, just quickly, is these are all going to fit in here. You've got your little, whatever you want to put in, you can put messages. On this last one, I just popped some, I concertinaed it. That's going to go inside there, and then that's going to go inside the relevant pocket, just so you've got somewhere to put a little message or a little note or whatever. And then once they're stuck together, you want to make sure that they're only as big as that bit there, because obviously that's going to be all stuck. Yes.
Yeah, in your pocket, as it were.
Yeah, I'll just quickly do this one just to show you how they attach.
And we used our grey board on the main sort of structure as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
On the inside, you're getting that in the main bundle today, £67.99 plus delivery to get it. Nice, generous £5 off on the introductory price. But you can also spread the cost on it too, so it's £34 today, £34 next month.
Yeah. Right, okay, so you're just going to literally lay that in. And then it's going to adhere to the bottom there, and exactly the same on the top.
Pocket.
Yeah, there's your pocket. It's as easy as that. Put whatever you're doing in it, and then pop it inside.
In slots your photo, in slots your ticket, your gift card, whatever it might be.
Trust me to choose the most difficult ones to try and get in. Does fit in though, I promise. Okay, so that goes in there. So obviously you'll have those ones in as well.
And then the same technique for those as well, don't you? Yeah, okay. Well, then, it's a lovely project. Is there a little finishing touch you wanted to show us? Because we've got about 4 or 5 minutes. Or
well, what I'll quickly show you, because obviously I've not been able to finish it. Obviously, dress it up however you want. And then this other one, I've done quite a bit on it anyway. So it was just another take. See, I did this one.
Oh, wow. Do you know, there's been so much to look at in the studio.
That one fastens up, but it's just all the elements, I've taken them off instead.
Goodness. Yeah, the elements from the stamp, like the butterfly. Look at that. Oh, isn't that lovely? The way it's opened up. You've got the Eiffel Tower just there. The vintage sprays are being used here too. Oh, that's beautiful. You've got acetate just holding down there, but the way it springs back up again is a very, very clever mechanism just here. Just inside, so it's like an open book. Oh, Nick from Bulgaria, one of our regular viewers and one of our guests, who says he's been looking forward to the show today. So thank you so much for your message, Nick. Hope all's well.
Thanks, Nick.
Very best wishes to you, Nick.
So on this one, I just wanted to show that you don't have to do all the messing about with all that if you don't want to. I've simply just folded this one in half, and then I've just done the same technique around the outside, but you don't have to mess about with it, and then stamped it up a little bit. I've taken some paper, folded it in half, and just put some black around the edges. You can make. I've not took all this off, but it's okay.
Lovely project. This a little notebook.
Yeah. And then on the front of this one, I've just stamped up roughly on the background, and then attached it. So we've got a little springy butterfly. So that's going to sit on the front there.
Like the pink as well.
Yeah,
the pink on the black.
You can customise it to whatever colour you like.
Oh, Danny, you've obviously worked so hard to get the samples ready and everything. I'm glad we saw this. I can see, you know, how much effort you put in before the show. So it'd be a shame not to have seen this, wouldn't it? If we had completely run out of time. It always breaks my heart when we don't see everything. Like there are samples that but luckily we've shown you a lot of the artwork, and you've got represented the design team here really well.
Oh, they've all been amazing. So proud and so pleased with what they've done for us. So you'd cover that up fully, but. Yeah, take your pads off.
There's also a boot somewhere. Where's the boot?
Have you brought the boot?
Up here, it is relevant, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because that's been done with all the pearls.
Yeah, it's been done with the pearls. Isn't that amazing? So with the sprays.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So upcycling old clothes, maybe. You know, giving things an extra, literally, a lick of paint or ink in this respect, and that's on leather. Incredible. So that's the reason why, if you were watching the show thinking, why is there a boot behind you on the set? That's why. It's really, really cool.
So I've just finished it off. So you've got a little butterfly on there, and a little we like the kinetic bits, don't we? So
yeah, the movement and the embellishments that way. That's such a pretty notebook. You know, as a make to give, as a make to sell. That's so cute. And you can see in there you've got your plain pages with the ribbon to make your notes and whatever that might be inside, your memories. It's a gorgeous little notebook or a diary or something there. So grab hold of. And then, did you want to show us anything else?
I was just thinking, I've not even used the sprays or anything.
These are the vintage sprays in the main bundle, left-hand side of the screen. This.
Obviously, when you it helps if you set the lid.
If you're not opened it, yeah.
Once you spray them up.
You can get the sprays as a pick and mix as well in the bundle of 21.
Yeah, you don't have to obviously just use it. I've just literally used just some of the elements.
Great colours together.
They mix so lovely together.
Yeah.
Just
to block that.
Dry it in a minute. Yeah.
Use your rice paper, use your kitchen roll, whatever it might be.
Yeah. It really does go nice and subtle. And you can see from the examples anyway, the colours just gives it. Totally changes it all.
Isn't that lovely? You're making your own cardstock. Come in, Simon, as well. We're running a little bit low on time, so if you don't come in now, we'll miss you. But Donna, thank you so much.
That's
brilliant
okay,
demonstrations. We've really enjoyed it. And Simon as well, thank you for your time. Simon, you'll be demonstrating later, won't you?
I will, yeah.
Anything particular that you want to let us know about now?
I'm going to be designing this card.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Okay. Using the vintage sprays,
and plinth.
And the plinth as well. And the plinth is included in the main bundle, so extremely relevant demonstrations, luckily. So you can make both of these using the bundle. Details on your left-hand side of the screen to get it. Basically, it's a brand new stamp that's sold out singly. Your winks, which are the sprays, you're getting 4 brand new vintage wink sprays. You've got your lovely grey board, your lovely MDF, as well as the mediums, including the embossing powder, the pearl spray, and your magic liquid as well, your magic drops included. It's a big bundle, very generous, for £34 today, and then £34 next month as well. Donna, we really appreciate everything. Thank you. And of course, we shall see both of you later on at 2 o'clock with Simon's turn to get inky and get demonstrating as well. Thank you very much for watching. You can place your order via the website or the phone.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty. Have you ever shopped with us at Hochanda before? We are the home of crafts, hobbies and arts, a shopping channel based in the UK that delivers worldwide. That's right, we ship to your door wherever you live. You can watch us online at hochanda.com, on our bespoke app available on iOS for Apple iPhone and iPads, and Android phone and tablets, Roku and through Facebook Live on Crafting with Hochanda USA. Did you know that for only $8.95 per item, you can have your crafty shopping delivered directly to your door within 7 days? When you see something you like demonstrated, head to our website or app, place your order, and within a few minutes your item will be on its way to you, directly to your door, usually within 7 days. Alternatively, call the number on screen, which is 272 200 0300. Remember, the price you see on screen is the price you pay. However, why don't you become a Freedom member? Thousands of you already benefit from exclusive members discounts, monthly newsletter, members badge, and not forgetting free shipping for the whole entire month. Purchase Freedom membership for just $19.99 per month and join thousands of crafters who are already members and leave the rest to us. Now that's service.
Good morning, welcome to your one-day special. We've got the lovely Beth with us. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Now, I would like to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Beth is having a baby. When's the baby due?
July, beginning of July.
How exciting. Actually, it's a really lovely show because Beth is expecting a baby and our lovely producer Lottie is also expecting a baby. Not the same one, by the way, not the same baby, two different babies, but it's lovely to work with you both. Just felt I had to say that. It is great to have you here, and we've got the fabulous Sizzix as well.
Yeah, they're absolutely, I love this range that we've got today that we're showing. They're just some really nice new designs, some classics that we've seen before that have done really well, but just maybe people have missed them at another time. But there's just some really fun designs.
Yes, now it is a pick and mix. You are choosing two. Look at the price, saving £7, only £22.98. Now, just taking a look at the description there, it does say Bix dies. Now, anyone that knows Sizzix and has a Bix machine will know, and they'll be choosing and popping them into their basket. But anyone new to this concept, can we just have a little chat about Bix dies?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Bix dies are a lot thicker than other dies. You may be familiar with the framelets, with the thinlets, all sorts of things like that. But you can see that those are really quite sizable. So where normally you'd have to add some platforms in to cut all your layers to get the precise cut, that's all you need, just with your cutting pads in there as well. So, but the blade is in there, but it's a really thick blade. It's a steel rule die in there, so it's a really strong blade that's in there. It's well protected, it's well hidden, so you're not going to hurt yourself on it. I
could see your fingers going there.
Yeah,
oh,
no. So the only way I've hurt myself with one of these before is dropping it on my foot.
Ouch.
So, you know, I think that's definitely more me than the issue with the die. So don't do that. But yeah, so it's in there, but because it's that extra depth, you get a very precise cut, very accurate cut, but you get thousands of uses. So it's one of those where we're going to see a triangle later, and I worked out one of the triangles I had, I could cut, they said, with 1,000 uses, and I could get 8 layers, and it would give me 4 each time. I realised I'd have 32,000 triangles.
Wow, that's good calculation.
I know. Yeah,
that's a lot of triangles.
A lot of triangles. At which point you might want to, you know, make a square.
I was going to say, I wonder how many squares you could make from the triangle.
Yeah.
That could be something for you to figure out when you get these home. But having said that, so we're talking about quilting.
Yes.
We're talking about fabrics.
Yeah.
What other kind of materials can we cut with the Bix dies?
Anything you can cut with a strong pair of scissors, but we're talking balsa wood, we're talking thin sheet metal, we're talking shrink plastic, we're talking cork, we're talking all sorts of fabrics, and obviously your papers and your tissue paper. So you go down to a crazy amount of tissue paper that you could cut, or you go up to single layers of those denser materials.
How exciting. It means batch making.
Yeah.
It means time saving. Now, of course, you need the right machine, and we do have one on the show that we'll be talking about later.
Yes.
But if you do want to go for your pick and mix, let's take a look at the different designs that we've got here. So we'll start with the narwhal, which is an actual mammal.
It is?
Yes. And that horn is very, very long.
It is. I saw some of them swimming, well, not personally, but I saw on a video some of them swimming, and I just thought if it was me, it's a very good job I'm not a narwhal, because I'd bump into things and get stuck.
Yeah, how do they
I'd be known as the
manoeuvre?
kebab of the sea, I think.
like a toothpick, picking things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they go out and they pick things up and then take them back home.
Yeah, but they'd have to live in a community because they wouldn't be able to get them back off again.
Yeah, that's true. But they are extraordinary creatures, so if you do want to go online and have a look, do take a look, because they do look like this.
Yes.
And this is so sweet, and of course it's a little baby grow as well. Isn't that beautiful? And I might add, cut out beautifully as well using the die.
The baby grow itself?
Not the baby grow.
No, the narwhal. The narwhal, sure.
That would be good.
I don't think we've got one that size. I'm not sure we do.
Thing. Maybe we should invent one.
Maybe.
With a huge machine.
Yes,
it's
absolutely
the thing
massive.
Of the future.
Definitely. That's next. Definitely what's next. But it cuts so precisely.
Yes.
And actually, because we've got the bonding and the adhesive iron-on bonding that we've got on the show as well, you can cut out a shape, and you can just see that it's a straight stitch around the edge of that. So it's not had to be zigzagged around the edge. It's not had to have a blanket stitch, because you're going to get it to stay really firmly with that adhesive iron-on that we've got. But yeah, just with a little bit of stitching, you know it's going to stay on wash after wash after wash.
It's lovely. I suppose if you took the horn off, it could be a little whale.
Exactly. Yeah, you could.
Which would be nice.
We did have Yanis trying to put 2 horns on and make it into a walrus yesterday.
A walrus?
I'm not 100% sure if that would work, but
good idea.
Food for thought, for sure.
It could be. It could be. So that is your narwhal. Next along. we've got the jungle animals. So you're getting 3 animals here, which are gorgeous. And we've got a sample just behind us. We've got that mobile, which is lovely. You can't make any calls on that mobile, but it does look lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that one includes the tropical leaf, which we've got as well within the pick and mix. And then those animals are made using the felt that's on the show as well. And then behind it, you've got a cop bumper, which also I love because it's these giant leaves and these little tiny elephants running around behind it. Little giraffes poking their heads out as well.
Isn't that lovely? Love that. Yes, that leaf is in the pick and mix, so if you did want to go for that and the jungle animals, of course, they'll work perfectly together. So there's the 2 just there. The next up is a unicorn, which is also a real animal.
Let's go with it, yes.
Yeah, just
go. It's related to the narwhal?
Well, I was thinking about that on the way to work today. I was thinking about... Yeah, I was thinking about unicorns and narwhals and evolution, and perhaps that's where the unicorn came from.
Perhaps.
Yes. Maybe. It is the national animal of Scotland.
They said that. Somebody said... And it's on passports in the UK. So it's a real
thing. For now. Moving on. It is but I do like this image. Because, of course, if you did want to take the horn off just there, it could become a beautiful horse.
Yeah.
Could you, actually, because it's a dye, you could turn that round the other way?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you could just put your fabric on. So you can either put your fabric on face up or face down. It doesn't actually matter which way up you do it. If I'm fussy cutting something, I tend to like to put my fabric face up so that I can make sure I've included the element that I want to within the shape I'm doing. But either way, face up, face down, you can do mirror images, you can do all sorts. And obviously as well, somebody was saying the other day that you could just put the head of a horse, which sounds slightly, you know, mafia-esque, but you could put just the head of a horse on some bunting or something like that. Yes. But you can just cover part of the dye. You don't have to cut every element every time.
No, I like that. And if you are good at your embroidery and stitching, you could not put the horn on there, not put the hair, maybe. Is the hair separate?
Yes.
And it could become maybe a deer, something like that. So it's very, very versatile. Love it, though. It looks lovely on this bag. Nice colour as well. Matches my shirt. And a lovely hat as well, which I eyed this when I first came into the show, which is lovely. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Put it on for the show. There you go. Thank you. Actually, I'll put it that way. Yo. But it doesn't have it on the back, so it will be on the front there. But it's lovely, isn't it? So that's the unicorns. This is a pick and mix. You get to choose any 2. If you want to choose more, you're more than welcome to do so, of course. It's not limited one per customer. Tropical leaf, we saw that earlier on with the animals. Yeah. Really nice shape to that. I like the idea of the fabric that you've used for that.
Yeah, and because you don't have to use a solid plain all the time, but actually using something with a little bit of movement, it's a really good way of just creating a little bit of interest. The other thing is that it means you don't have to exactly match things. You're not having to, whenever you go for a plain fabric, if you've got a colour scheme in a room, you have to match it exactly. Yeah. Whereas if you do something with a little bit of movement, a little bit of fun, yeah, it just creates some interest, and it's a nice contrast against the plain of the felt as well.
Isn't it? Love that. So that's your tropical leaf. Moving along, we've got your tropical lei. If you've ever been to Hawaii or you've ever watched Hawaii 5-0, you'll notice that they do this when people get off the plane. So I watch my microphone, and then they all have one of these, and they do all the. Yes, you do actually get. Yes, you do. You come off the plane, and you can pay extra.
Yes.
To get a lei as you get off the plane. You do. You pay extra. I think it's about something like £50 or something like that. And they wait for you at the bottom of the stairs.
That's lovely.
And they put one over you like that.
I would feel very welcome.
Yeah, it's very good. Welcome. I've got a picture of myself wearing one like this, dancing very oddly. But I won't replicate that because I know you don't like dancing. Anyway, this is gorgeous.
Oh, I had so much fun.
But you can use it for other things as well.
You can. So we've made it in double-sided fabric there. So all I've done there is I'm going to use the adhesive iron-on fabric, iron-on material that we've got, and I've put a nice printed fabric on the front, plain fabric on the back, and then strung them on with beads. Used a little bit of glue to give some of those leaves a little bit of shape and to open them up, but you could do that in paper as well. But the die has so many elements within it. You've got 5 different elements. You've got the centre of the flower, you've got 2 types of flower, 2 types of leaf. So we've also done that string of fairy lights, haven't we? That I was showing you before.
We'll show you those. String of fairy lights, using organza, LED lights as well, so it's not going to burn. Changes it completely, because you can pick up a string of LED lights very, very cost effectively, and then it just changes it into something something that would normally cost a lot more than that. Love this. Great for festivals, great for the summertime. If you're having a party, if you're having a garden party, for example, I think these would be lovely to make for the kids, wouldn't they?
That'd be so much
very,
fun.
very nice.
Absolutely.
So that's another option. I think I'd definitely go with that one. The next up is eucalyptus. Love eucalyptus. I'm thinking of getting a eucalyptus tree.
Are you?
Yeah, love them. Absolutely love them. Love the scent of the leaves. And I think they look really nice as well because of the colour changes that you've got there. And you've got 2 of the leaves here.
Yes, yeah, so they are, so we've got those there on a cushion there. So they're just a really elegant one, and this actually shows the way that you can mirror the 2 designs as well. So actually you've got them going one way on one and one way on the other. But it's just such a simple design, but it's really effective, isn't it? And actually the stitching on this one I love. So my mum was helping me out with this one, and so when she's quilted, it's almost like a figure of 8 going over those leaves. Holds it in place really nicely. But so you can have something very, very simple, but actually it can really, really add some beautiful detail, and it's a bit different because often we see those leaves that are quite round and all the traditional, very very English, you know, the deciduous trees and the leaves, but actually that's just something a little bit different, a bit more
really
ferny.
like that. Do you know something else I see in there as well, because of course these are very, very versatile. If you were to snip them, they'd be like little birds. You see that? So, or butterflies. So you snip there, you snip there, you snip there. And it could be little butterflies or birds flying up, or dragonflies. What a lovely idea, and how versatile is that? And then your final one to choose from. I love the colours you've been using as well with all the fabrics.
Some of them are Sizzix fabrics, and then we've put in other ones as well to coordinate with them.
The final one, oh well, it's very apt, isn't it? It's your spring animals. So you've got your bunny rabbit there, and you've got your little chick, which is gorgeous. And here's, oh, look at this little sample here, this little chick. And of course, I think not just for spring, I think bunny rabbits and chicks are really all year round, aren't they?
Oh, they are. And I was saying that as well, you could have an egg basket, and you could put a chick on an egg basket. So, you know, that thing of we like to have reusable bags. Yes. But you actually want to keep them set for specific things. So
good idea.
The bunny one, you could put on your bag for vegetables, because the carrots, they eat the bunnies eat vegetables. Yes, there's some logic there. And chicks come from eggs.
They do. Well, that's the
make eggs.
Well, what came first, chicken or the egg?
Who knows?
I don't know. I've debated that so many times. Can't figure it out.
Well, I took some shopping over to my sister the other day, and I literally had some chicken and some eggs, and I gave her the eggs first. So I don't know if that answers the question.
Oh, do you think you should be putting chicken and eggs in the same basket?
I know.
That's a bit...
Oh, I know. There is a pizza that exists.
There's
a pizza that exists in Brazil, and it's got a fried egg on top, and it's also got chicken, and they call it mother and child, which is quite horrific, really, actually, when I think about it. Probably shouldn't have said that. But yes, so...
That goes far past anything we were talking in the meeting about.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes.
Yes.
Gosh.
Wow. Anyway, let's move on.
Yes. This is why my mother-in-law says I can't go anywhere. Except for him to go and apologise. Yeah.
Love that. Let's have a look at how your pick and mix works. Here we go. So £22.98. You can choose any of the pick and mix. Let's choose 2. Can I go for the jungle animals, please? And can I go for the tropical lay? Yeah, there you go. If you do want more, the price will just change accordingly, but you're more than welcome to do so because they're absolutely beautiful. And if, like me, you might not be able to choose. It works out to be $14.99 each. It's a great price. However, oh yes, of course, if you want to go for them separately, $14.99, but with your saving, the second one works out to be $7.99. So it's a great value for money. Your P&P will be added at this point, but if you are a Freedom, there's no P&P. It's a delivered price. There's no postage to pay, standard delivery if you're a Freedom member, so it might be worth checking that out. So those are your Bix dies. Let's talk about some more dies for you. As far as quilting is concerned, these are fabulous. What have we got here?
These. So we've got 3 different quilting dies and a load of samples to go with them. So this one that's hanging over the front here is actually a baby playmat that I made for a friend recently. She was having a baby but kept the gender a surprise. So we put in some really nice, just greys, but also a little poppy yellow because that suits. And she says that they use it every single day. And she sent me some gorgeous pictures of the baby and then the older siblings reading books to it. But and that was a really quick make. But that uses the half hexagon. But you can see it looks like a traditional quilt in the sense of having having those small hand-pieced ones, but it's something that I was able to make on the sewing machine very quickly.
Hexagon.
Yep, so that's one of the dies that we've got there. But it means that instead of having to hand-piece, you can make them on the machine very quickly.
Yeah, and you know, that does save time, but it also gives you confidence, doesn't it? Because, you know, when you are quilting, especially with designs like this, geometric designs, well, any quilting, it's got to fit precisely, hasn't it?
It really has to tessellate. And if you get it wrong, which, because I like to do things quickly, so if you get it wrong at the cutting stage, then you're going to get it wrong at the sewing stage, then you're going to get it wrong, it's not going to not going to press flat, you're not going to be able to quilt it as easily. So for me, this just makes me look a whole lot better than I actually am, a lot more careful than I really am.
Oh no, you are fantastic. These samples are divine. So you get that one, which is the Hochhexagon.
Yeah, this one.
Hochhexagon. Sounds like I'm trying to pronounce my H's, like I'm going to electrocution lessons. Hochhexagon. Right, so that's that one.
Yep.
We've also got the larger one just here. Yeah, you can go for elocution lessons, but I have to go for electrocution lessons. It's just me. Right, so this one here.
Yes, so that's the rhombus with the triangle that goes with it, and that's actually this big quilt that we've got here.
Oh, should we open this up?
And it is quite giant, and I can never work out which way up we're supposed to do it. But again, this one I actually cut on a previous show that we featured.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it's the other way up. So if we grab that side, if we spin that round, there we go. That way up, and then we've got the tumbling blocks showing. So we've got it as a tumbling block design, so you can, if you can kind of zoom up, that's a cube, and then it kind of goes down. So this I actually cut out during a show previously, brought some fabric in and just cut it out, and then I was able to make it up within, you know, a couple of evenings. Just make that up. I was crawling around the floor laying this one out the other week and decided that actually 6 months pregnant, that's probably not what I should be doing anymore.
No.
But it makes up so quickly. You can see the size of it means that you make a quilt very quickly, but it's massively effective. That's only one of the designs that you could do
I love
with
the
that
effect
block.
of that. That is amazing. And to be able to achieve something like this and quickly as well, when we say quickly, being able to cut them out in batch. How many will these cut out, the dies themselves?
So how many layers would it cut? So this was quite a fine fabric, fine cotton.
I guess
but
it
I'd
depends on the
usually
fabric.
say 8 is usually about right.
Yeah.
If your fabric's a little bit coarser, then I'd go for maybe 6.
Okay.
If it's a little bit finer. So this one I was able to cut at least 10 layers.
In one go?
In one go.
Wow.
That's it. So
great.
just layer it up and go. And then as well, something else is that the fact that you've got the triangle there means that you can stitch this together in rows. So again, you've got something that looks very clever, but normally, because you'd have this shape, if you only had one of those shapes, stitching them together would be a little bit awkward. You have to go kind of 2/3 down one of your rows stitching and then go back and all sorts of things. This makes it just so easy.
It's fascinating, isn't it? The actual effect that gives just by cutting out fabric. Absolutely fascinating. I wish I listened more at school in my math class. That is perfect. The final one that we're taking a look at just here is it's the triangles that you've got here. It's the isosceles and
The right-angled?
The
Yes.
right-angled,
the right-angled, yes.
And it includes a free pattern idea.
Yep, so and if you look on the back as well, it's got
turn
all
this
of those
around.
suggested patterns, but even within the packaging, then there's often something in there saying just how you would lay those out if you've got different designs. And I love this on the back as well, because they show these are the ones in pink are the ones that you've got. Those are that's on that die.
Yes.
But then the other ones are the ones that they show you that you can combine to make any of these. So it's actually a case of if I wanted to make a larger square, I wanted to make a different design, what other dies would I need? And I know they're going to match up.
Oh, and you've got the list of the dies that you
Yep,
can
so they
get
tell
to
you,
match
if
up.
you want them to tessellate with this, this is what you would get. So it just takes the brain work out, because I genuinely refused to sew triangles for quite a few years, and then scissors came into my life, and now I sew triangles. I'm a convert. So it's a beautiful thing.
Isn't that fabulous? That Sizzix are going to hold your hands every single step of the way, advise you. I guess there's online tutorials.
Yeah, there's videos for different things all on the website. There's so many different how-tos and all sorts of things, and they've got some great social media content, so it's really inspiring. So although I work with Sizzix, actually, so I just get all the mailing lists anyway, because I want to be inspired. I want all of that information in my inbox as well.
Yeah, that is fabulous, isn't it? £34.97. You're saving £6. It is a great deal for all three of those, but you do need the Biggs machine for it to work, but we do have one on the show. We'll show you that in a moment's time. Let's head to the website. This is where you can go to and find all the different dyes available. So now you know about Sizzix, you may be wanting to get a machine. You might want to get a quilting bundle. The 2/3 of the stock has gone of that. We've also got some alcohol pens, they're dual nibbed. We've got some ribbons. You might need some new cutting pads for your machine. If you don't have a big shot, we've got one on the show, and it's available on FlexiBuy. So £99.99, but if you want to buy it on FlexiBuy, this makes it so affordable. £33 today. Delivered price if you're a Freedom member. £33 again in April, May, and then £33 in June. I can't believe we're going to be halfway through the year. But it means that you've still got 6 months of the year to make and create before Christmas starts. I am going to announce that word because you can start making and creating for that particular event. But it is a great way to buy, splitting the cost into 3.
Oh, it really
makes it affordable.
is. Definitely. It's a really good way.
And we're going to be using the machine right now, so you can see how it works. And if you do have any questions, please email in. It's studio@hochanda.com, or Facebook, leave a message on there. Or if you've got any pictures of any inspirations, then please send them in. Right.
So I've got the lei that we were talking about before. And yeah, we just you wear it well.
I'm not taking it off.
No, I don't think you are.
I'm going to go home with it.
Yes.
It looks really nice with this.
It does. It's a very good colour
blouse that I bought. I'd like to say a shirt, but it's a blouse.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got that organza. I've got a net there, but you could use different, just to show the versatility that you can use very different materials. So I've just cut a small strip. I haven't cut it particularly straight. The coffee obviously hadn't quite kicked in when I was cutting that with my scissors, but I've just covered one element on the die. I'm not covering the whole thing.
Okay.
And then just rolling that through, but I've got multiple layers that are going through there, rolling that, and you can see that there's very little effort. I can put my hand on top just to steady it, but it's very easy to do.
There's one thing I noticed about the Sizzix machine, actually, how smooth they are and how easy
it just glides through. And it's people say, well, can you ever break it? No, because it's just, if you put too many layers in, it just won't go through. You've just put too much in. So, yeah, there's little tricks that you can do to give it a good run-up. So I always like to make sure I've got excess of my cutting pad at the front. It's like putting the thin end of a sandwich in your mouth first so you can get the big wedge end in afterwards.
I must try that sometime.
What, with an actual sandwich?
Yeah, it's always the other way round. Just the big side in. I'm hungry.
Go for it. So then I've got, can you see how many? I mean, there's just a whole load of layers just there.
Oh, that is lovely.
And then because they've got that little hole in the middle, I'm going to get my fairy lights.
Did you fold the organza?
Yes, so I concertinaed it back and forth on itself. I tend to do a concertina rather than a straight fold because otherwise the middle layers, if the middle layers move, you can't see. Whereas if you concertina them, you can check every time that they go to the front and edge of the metal blade.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, it just means then you're less likely to get bad cuts.
Yeah.
And it's like with anything, you know, you measure twice, you cut once, that kind of idea. Yes. So spend a little bit more time folding it, and then you'll have a little bit more accuracy. So I'm just poking these through a couple of layers at a time because this die actually has that hole in the middle because these have been designed to be threaded.
So there's a hole in the middle of the die?
There is.
Isn't that brilliant?
So just threading on. With net, it's a little bit harder to see where the hole is, so it just takes me a moment longer to do that, but you can see that that's just going through.
I really do like this idea because, you know, maybe little girl, little boy in the bedroom, they want just some little lights in there, for example. Maybe they're afraid of the dark, so this could be something you could put on a timer. Yeah. And then, you know, after 20 minutes they could go off and hopefully they'll be off to sleep.
Yeah. And with this as well, because they're so easy to cut, obviously with supervision, children can do it themselves. And actually, you know, that's your Easter project done just there, just some craft time. And that's really quickly put on. Now, the way that I'm just fixing those is then by putting a little bit of glue around there, just to make sure that those then don't fall off the front.
And these are LED lights, so that will be fine because they don't get hot.
No, exactly.
Which is really important.
Yeah, that is.
If you're using fabric around lights. They would look nice also as like a little ballet, like a tutu.
Yes, it would. Yeah, you can make little shapes out of those, little tutus out of those. But yeah, they're just so sweet, and you could put those on accessories, put them on hair clips, and it just shows the versatility that by doing it with a different material, it looks completely different to doing it with the lei that you're wearing. But you can just use single elements. You don't have to use the whole thing at once, and you can just use bits. And this is going to go in my workroom when we move house.
Yes.
This, I was like, no, baby room doesn't get this. This is for me. This is definitely
It is.
for me.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and again, just something else that you can make and create. Love that.
Yeah, so there's those there. So then another thing that we've been having great fun with is the half hexagon and just showing how to cut that one out. So I've got a whole load of these beautiful kind of ditzy floral fabrics. So again, showing that concertina method, I've got my die here, and what I'm doing there is I've got the length of the die this way. You can put this either way through the machine, but I find generally that if you give it more depth lengthways than widthways, it goes through smoother. So again, that's just like a handy hint to get a better cut. So I'm just putting my fabric on just beyond the edge of the blade, just making sure I cover the blade every time, folding that back on itself, making sure I cover the blade that way. Then once you've done that initial layer, you can just match up the subsequent layers with the bottom layer. So the first layer is the most important to get right. And just folding.
We've had a couple of questions actually about the big shot, if I may ask whilst you're folding that. Penny and Dee have emailed in. They would like to know about the big dies going through the Big Shot Plus.
Yes, so this one is obviously the regular Big Shot, but there's also the Big Shot Plus.
Yes.
So I have a Big Shot Plus at home, which is, I do have a smaller machine as well, but I generally go for I often use the larger machine if I've got a larger piece of fabric, because the aperture is wider, it means I don't have to cut off my excess before I put it through. Same depth. So the dies will all go through. So actually we've got these shapes, and I'm using this shorter die here, the regular size, but also the rhombus that we've got still goes through. Because it's long, but it's not wider, this will still go through the machine that we're demonstrating today. But any of these will go through the larger machine as well. As long as it's that Big Shot, it will go through.
Excellent. So I hope that's answered your questions. Any more? Email in.
So then just popping that through.
Oh, these will also go through the Spellbinders Platinum as well, if that's your machine of choice.
Okay. So that's those there.
Perfect.
And then people often ask with wastage how much, if there's going to be too much wastage, because obviously, especially if you've bought something that's very, very precious, you don't want to waste any excess fabric. So if I folded that carefully, I can then just turn that over, and if I lay it carefully again, I can put it back through the machine.
So we've cut 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces.
I was going to go for an 8th, but I wasn't quite sure if my little excess bit was going to be wide enough. But then if I roll that one through again, and this is just to show again that actually if you're careful with it, there doesn't have to be much excess, but the time that it would take me to cut accurately, so that's now 14.
Oh my goodness.
I've done those. And this is what then I have left. So I've got just little stringy bits of fabric there, which admittedly, if I was going to do it with a rotary cutter, I may be able to get a tiny bit less wastage than that, but it would take me a lot longer.
Yes, yes,
so and I wouldn't be able to answer questions while I was doing it.
Exactly.
So that's the other thing. So then when I've got my excess fabric along the side, so you can see there's really not much. You couldn't make a pair of underwear with that. Well, you probably shouldn't make underwear with that much. You would need more fabric.
I certainly wouldn't make a pair of underwear with that piece of fabric.
Not this specific one. No. But then what I can then do is I can then lay... Oh, gosh. I can then lay these fabrics all the way back over, and I can go back and just use my excess fabric and make sure I get the most out of it. So actually I can get another 3 out of that piece there. So I would then trim these bits off. If I haven't got any adhesive on them, I'm now a lot less precious about my scraps. But what I do tend to do is any bits that I have like this, I then put in a jar, and the next time I'm stuffing a toy animal or stuffing something, a doorstop, put all the bits in. Saves you buying more stuff. If you don't need it, you can do that. So just popping those 3. So again, that's with more layers. That was with 7 each time, wasn't it? So this one is just with 3. And again, I could have probably, if I'd spent a bit longer, I probably could have maybe got a 4th one out of this bit, but you could play around with that to your heart's content. And there's another 3 of those. But you can see that those have cut equally as well.
Yes, yeah, they have.
So, but if you've got a very, quite a fine fabric or an open weave, then what you can always do is put a piece of paper in. So if I only want to cut a single layer of something, if it's very precious to me, put in some extra paper with it, because then it gives extra pressure as you roll it through the machine, which guarantees you that neat cut. So if you're finding something doesn't cut, sometimes people think, oh, well, I have to take layers out. No, put an extra piece of paper in, and that'll actually give more pressure through onto the blade.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And how long have you been sewing and quilting for?
Oh, I wouldn't lie to, I think it's probably since I was 5.
Really?
Yeah, my mum was a seamstress when I was growing up, so I learnt very young. Yes, made my first dress when I was 8. And then I've been kind of sewing and doing things ever since, sewing and baking.
You know your onions?
I do.
Yes.
I do, though I don't tend to sew with them.
No, I'd be crying all the time if I did.
A weeping mess.
Yeah, unless you put a spoon in your mouth. Apparently if you put a spoon in your mouth as you use onions, sorry we're going off on a tangent, but it's just the way it is.
I've tried that.
Have you?
It didn't work for me because I just ended up dribbling a little bit because I had a spoon in my mouth, you know, when you're trying to...
too good.
Yeah, so-
Right, let's take a look at the deal of the day. This is a deal that runs throughout the day, as suggested. Oh, my goodness. Now, our producer would love one of these if you want to chip together and buy one as a birthing present that you can do. This is the Ranger Heated Craft Tool, £22.99. It's a great price. You're saving more than you're spending. Now, I do know that Matthew Palmer, when he comes here to Hochanda, he uses one of these, and he uses one of these because it's nice and quiet, so that when he's drying elements of his pictures that he's painting, it's not overpowering his microphone. So if he uses it, he thinks it's fabulous. Lots of our guests use these as well, and it's Ranger, so you know you're getting quality. It's an amazing brand. Yeah, nearly 60% off the price if you want to go for that. That's the deal of the day, 355,598, and that price will go back up at midnight, so don't think too long, but you've got a fair bit of time today to think about it, but stop depending. Did we say, oh, 60% off the price, but we've got enough stock for you. Right, hello, how are you? This is your one-day special. We've got the lovely Beth with us as well. We've got some more demonstrations coming up. This, the price for these will go back up at 6 o'clock tonight. One-day special is always launched at 6 o'clock here on Hochanda. This is a pick and mix, so you get to choose. Now, you choose two, and it's £22.98, saving £7. They are £14.99 each if you want to buy them individually, but the best way to buy them, of course, is the pick and mix, because you're getting the savings. So your second one is only £7.99 rather than £14.99. If you want to go for more than one set, you're more than welcome to do so. The price will just change accordingly, and you can open up a flexi order if your basket comes to £60 or more. Just a suggestion there. 360343. These are for your these are your big dies. If you've never seen a big die before, nice and thick, but that also means they're very, very sturdy, strong, and they've got a sharp blade inside. The blade is protected, so I can just place my finger on there. Please don't press too hard to test that. You can cut fabric, foam, chipboard, card, felt, maybe even some craft metal. Yeah, we could try some craft metal. Or if you've got an old soda can, for example, please do be careful if you're cutting anything like that up. But it means you can recycle. Give it a go. Give it a go. They are fabulous. You do need the Sizzix machines to run these through, because they are specifically designed for that. Or the Spellbinder's Platinum. If you don't have a machine, check out the one we've got for you, because it is at a great price. And also, actually, that's available on flexi order. So if you're going for the machine, you might want to put your one-day special in that as well, and then you can divide the cost. So it's a great way to buy if you want to do that. Now, if you do buy the big shot today, it is on 3 flexi payments. So as I've just said, everything will be on 3 flexis, which is a great way to buy. So if you're going for your one-day special and the machine, $33.33 for the machine, 22 is 50, 60, I'm working it out in my head, £40.99 today. You see how quick I can work it out? Thank you, Lottie, thank you. No, Lottie works it out for me, I just pretend it's me. It's just a facade. Right, so let's talk through the choices that you have. You've got your narwhal just here. Beautiful, beautiful little creature, that. Well, it's not little, it's huge, actually. And very scary if you meet it in the sea. But there he is, smiling away, and very, very pretty as well. So that's your narwhal. You can, if you want to, take the husk or the tusk off. You could change the... No, it's not a husk or a tusk. It's a horn. Yeah, take the horn off and turn it into tusks, maybe. And then it's a walrus. And then you can take the horn off, and then it becomes a whale. So you can have a whaley good time with that one. That's your narwhal. Then next along, you've got your jungle animals. So you've got the giraffe in there, you've got the elephant, and you've got the hippopotamus. Oh, they're lovely. And they're all asleep. Why are they all asleep? Oh, because this will be nice on a pillow for a baby's bedroom. Look at them all asleep. Oh. Then you've got the unicorn. Again, these are reversible. When I say that, you can have the unicorn each way, pointing each way. It's going to be entirely up to you. But can I just drop in the hat? There you go. Look at that. Cuts out beautifully, doesn't it? That's a hat with the unicorn. I'm going to put the bag in as well, because I think that looks great in the 2 different colours. Isn't that fabulous? Really like that. So that's your unicorn. Remember, you're choosing any two. Down to the bottom, we're heading to the spring animals. So you've got your bunny, his little bunny tail, and then you've got your chick, your eucalyptus leaves. Love that, because you get two. Very, very nice. So a little bit different from the usual oak leaves that are out and about. You've got your tropical lei, which you can change and use with organza, as Beth demonstrated, to put onto LED lights, which are lovely. And then you've got your tropical leaf, which is there, which is fabulous. Again, it's a pick and mix. You choose any two, and that's where your saving comes in. If you want to get them separately, £14.99, and some of these are brand new today. So that's your pick and mix. That's your one-day special. We've also got a quilting bundle, which is proving to be very popular because it's going to save you time. You're going to batch cuts with these, but also make and create some amazing quilts and some furnishings for your homes. Because you've got all the instructions on the back and suggestions of where you can get other dyes to mix and match. If you're getting that with your big shots, you can change that into 3 payments. So it's just £11.66 with your big shot. So it's a really good way of buying and creating a whole new ecosystem for yourself. Talking of ecosystems, let's talk about dinosaurs.
That was really smooth. I like that.
Do you like that?
Ecosystems, dinosaurs.
Yes, dinosaurs. Right. Did you know just recently, just little factoid, they found a brand new species of human being.
Really?
Yes. A brand new species of a human being.
Wow.
You know, through evolution, there's been Homo sapiens, blah, 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 because that's the only one I know. and that changed along. Well, they found a new species of human being.
That's amazing.
Yeah, check it out. It's fascinating.
I remember, so I did biology at university.
Did you?
As you do. And
Talking
then go into
the wrong person
sewing.
to pretend
No, because I don't remember. It was a
about.
long time ago.
Yes.
But there was a fossil that they had, and for a really long time they couldn't work out how it moved, because they saw these spines and they were like, well, how does it move with these legs? They're not jointed. There's no way of moving. And then 30 years later they realised they'd been looking at it upside down for a really long time.
Wow.
And actually, it was the spines. So I love it when they make new discoveries, because then you also wonder what's going to happen in a few years' time when they're like, oh, actually, that didn't belong there. That was a different animal. They just died near each other.
Yes. Fascinating, isn't it? That would be the dinosaur upside down.
It would.
But we're going to turn it the right way round. Who doesn't love a dinosaur?
I know, it's so cute. And I've done this one in pinks, and I've done it in greens, I've done it on all sorts of things. But they're on a little camouflage top for a little boy. I know, my nephews are fairly rough and tumble.
Oh, it's down the bottom. So I thought
there it is. No, not the top.
I was like,
down the bottom.
wow, that is camouflaged on there.
So camouflaged. I matched up the patterns perfectly, and you barely know it was even there. So, yeah, but with that, because my nephews are so rough and tumble that actually having something like that, there's usually a hole, there's a stain in something, or you've got hand-me-down clothes that have got something on them. Make them brand new, put them on there. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Love that. It's fabulous, isn't it? $14.99 as well if you want to go for the dinosaur by Emily. It's a great design, and again cuts out beautifully. £14.99, 776-386. I think we're going to get busy for that one. It's lovely. What type of dinosaur is that?
I think it's a Rorosaurus.
A Rorosaurus.
Yep. But if you put it on a bath towel, it becomes a Splashosaurus.
Okay, which is better than a Didyssaurus. Oh, shut up, Janice. Right, let's move on.
That's why he's only got one eye. It's a Do-you-think-isaurus.
Do-you-think-isaurus.
There you go.
Oh, don't try and tell a joke when you've got somebody that has studied biology, because it never works. Can't get away with it, can I? Right, and I can't get away with it with you guys either. This is a cutie, the owl.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It's really sweet. And we were coming up with loads of different ideas of how you'd use this in multiple ways. Because obviously, if you love owls, you've straight away got ideas. And I've seen people do bride and groom owls and all sorts of things, people that like them. But then also, if you take off those ears, you've got a penguin or a snowman. If you use the wings and double up on some of those and put those on top, then you've got a different shaped bunny. Obviously, you'd have to take the beak off to do that. But you can play around with all the different elements that are in there and make all sorts of things. And there's a well-known superhero that if you just take off that little section there, suddenly you're making little masks for animals, or like for superheroes, personalising them, doing the different colours, all sorts of things, with or without the ears, and you can just trim those off. But it's such a great shape to start with, and then you've got so many different permutations.
Actually, Emily, our director, has come up with another one. If you take one of the wings off and put the wing at the side, it would become a cat if you take the beak off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If I hide that wing, Yeah, so many different variations of that. But an owl, of course, is beautiful, and owls are very popular in the craft world. They really are. Very wise.
Yeah.
£14.99 if you want to go for that. 855159. Bows.
Yes.
Oh, this is. I think this is a must-have, isn't it?
It is.
It's a requirement.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
And it's a beautiful bow. How does this work then?
So what you can see with the demos that we've got here is we've used double-sided fabric. So again, we've used the adhesive that we've got on the show today to put 2 layers of fabric together so that we don't even have to edge them. But what you've got there is you've got 2 sets. Well, within the die, it's 2 different loops on the bow, so you can do them either single or double. And then we've just cut those out and stuck them together. It's very, very simple. So they've got either the 1 bow or the 2. So that gold one over there.
Everyone is okay. No one has been harmed during that. Oh, hi Jimmy. You're right. Oh, it's Jimmy. But he is okay. He is okay. He's just given us a little wave, so he's fine. Bless him. Sorry about that.
It's all good. So yeah, so what we've got on here is we've got a decorative wreath that we've actually, these are all on hair clips, all of these bows.
Oh, let's turn
so
that
that
around
you
so
could
can
then take one off and then, you know, have them in a little girl's bedroom and she can choose which one goes with her outfit for that day and then unclip them. But then she's got something pretty in the room afterwards as well. Fun way of displaying them. And then I say that gold one there has just the single bow, whereas all of these others have a double one. But you can imagine these as well. Obviously, we've got them on hair clips and brooches and things. But you can imagine those as on a gift. You talked about Christmas.
Handle of a bag. You can put them on the shoes. You can put them on an Alice band.
Yeah.
Bows are making a huge comeback at the moment. I think because of the 80s. We used to wear bows in our hairs, on Alice bands, and bows on our shoes, and
there's a couple of people on social media that are really, really advertising them, really love them, stylising them. But you could do this again. We talked about doing these kind of things for, you know, a craft over Easter. But if you think about like a holiday, a birthday party, cut these out with some little girls, and everyone takes home their own thing. They all have their own different one that they put in their bag. Take away a make that they've done. So instead of having just lots of sugar and chocolate in there, the parents will thank you when they come home with something decorative that they've made.
Oh, I like that. And I also like the idea of a holiday party.
Yeah, let's just have a holiday party.
I think, you know, if you're going on holiday, let's just go, let's have a party.
Have a party,
on holiday.
Definitely.
I really like that idea. And I really like this as well. £13.99. That is an excellent price because of all the different styles that you'll be able to make and create.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so you've got lots of different options. And just little dress with the bow on the back.
Yeah, so we've got the bow on the back, and then we've put some of the flowers from the lei on the front as well.
Doesn't it change it completely?
It does. You can get an inexpensive dress, and then I mean this one, even from the design, it could almost be a school dress. It's not quite, but it could almost be from, you know, those summer dresses. But suddenly you make something that's ready to go out for again a party or a wedding or something like that. Just added that little bit of detail that personalises it and means that they can turn up in the same dress as someone else, but actually it's not the same dress, it's theirs. It's designed especially for them.
Add a bow and off you go. Right, the next one that we have, oh wow, again, I think another must-have. We're very, very busy for this one because we have a freedom price on this, which means you get that extra discount. It's a delivered price, £13.49. Again, another must-have, really, stars.
Yeah. Absolutely. And again, you get 3 sizes on the one die. So it's not like you're just getting the one. And on this little jacket here, we've used the 2 smaller sizes because it's a little goodie jacket.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, I'm getting so excited about baby clothes. And me having matching items. That's what's going to happen. Yes.
Do you know boy or girl?
No, keeping it a surprise.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, figured, you know, one last surprise. What is it? I don't know. So, yes, but so cute.
Yeah, it's lovely. You've got 3 different stars there as well, 3 different sizes. Perfect each and every time. And again, stars at Christmas time, stars throughout the year. Just a lovely, lovely decorative die.
Yeah. Do them in tissue paper and make confetti. All sorts.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very good idea. If you do want to get hold of that one, 850948 is your item number. Love that. Now, let's talk about felt.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how this will work in all the dyes that we've been showing you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But we also have a great deal for you here. So you're getting 10 bold and 10 pastels, and you're also getting the adhesive sheet as well. Is this?
Yeah.
Wow. Keep going.
Yeah. Absolutely huge.
That is big.
It is massive, this
one.
one.
So how would we use that in conjunction with the felt?
So you can use this one in conjunction with the felt if you want to applique them straight onto something. So I've done this before with making some items for applique. So putting this onto baby items, things like that. But just something that you know you're not going to really want to stitch too much, especially if it's something that's going decorative on the wall. You then don't have to stitch it at all. You can just put it on.
Okay.
So obviously with felt you do a slightly lower temperature on your iron. And then all you do is you just get your piece of felt. I tend to cut it to shape, and then I iron. So we've got a shiny side of this, and you've got a slightly more matte side. So iron from the matte side, that way you're not going to get any of the glue on your iron.
So the felt goes on the shiny side.
Felt goes on the shiny side.
Just so you know.
Yeah,
and then
then when I'm ready to then cut it out, I then just leave those 3 layers, so the felt, the glue, and the paper backing, as it were, all stay together until it's gone through my dyeing machine, which gives me a really precise cut. That paper helps me get that precise cut as well, even on just single layers of something that's a bit softer. And there you go, then I've got all my pieces, I can pull those out, and then those peel off my paper, put them on the item I want to iron them to, iron them on, I'm done.
That's brilliant. It's great, isn't it? £10.97. So for all the felt,
yes,
and for this as well,
yes, absolutely.
That is an amazing price. That is an amazing price. And again, I keep saying must have, but I think you must have this. It's going to be entirely up to you. 824854 is your item number. But you've got those fabulous colours there. So you've got your bolds and your pastels. So all of those really nice colours in there with your red, your greens, your blues, your yellows, and then the pastels, of course, for beautiful spring colours, and the self-adhesive iron-on sheet. And it's large, and that works out 55p per felt sheet, and that's the freebie for you. Again, great math worked out in my head. Thank you, Lottie. If you do want to get hold of that, 824-854 is your item number. We've also got some lovely fabric, and this is a fabric that we've been seeing throughout the samples that we've been saying, oh, isn't that lovely? Nice colours. Now you've got a chance to get hold of it for £17.99. Love this.
Yeah, it's a really nice quality cotton. It cuts beautifully, because I think that's always something. When you get fabric and you run it through a dye machine, you do suddenly see whether you've bought not so good quality fabric or a very good quality, and this one is just lovely, cuts like butter.
Yeah, so it's gorgeous. Lovely designs in here. I think that might be my favourite.
That reminds me of an abacus, and I love that idea of sliding beads across and counting.
Lovely, isn't it? And then you've got, again, that's a really nice design. And what's lovely, we're getting really close up to these fabrics, and the designs are really crisp and beautiful.
They really are. There's no bleed on them.
No.
Because sometimes you'll see that fabric that looks nice from a distance, you get up close and you realise, actually, oh, it's not quite as good as I wanted. But then there's just that delicacy in those designs that are just gorgeous.
Which means if you wanted to cut out smaller pieces, they would look spectacular because of that detail being so fine.
Absolutely.
Great fabric to work with, and a great price if you're a Freedom member, £15.29 delivered. If you're not a Freedom member and you're thinking, what's it all about? You can become a Freedom member, and it's £6.97 a month. It means all your standard deliveries included, so you'll never pay delivery again. You'll get a Freedom newsletter every month, so you can catch up with all the gossip. There is a Freedom badge that you can wear with pride, and you get the discounts as well, like this one right here. So it might be worth becoming a Freedom member. Fabulous fabric, 011598. Now, the big shot is on 3 flexi payments. So everything you buy, if you're going for that, will be on 3 payments. So that's your flexi order. And if you add anything else, you can use the flexi buy for that. And that turns the pick and mix, the one-day special, into £7.60 today. It's a great way of spreading the cost, because we're kind of, well, I think we're almost mid-month now. So you're probably looking at your bank account, things are starting to go out, and you don't have much money left. I've hardly got anything left this month. Beans on toast for me. Mind you, I like beans on toast. I had spaghetti on toast last night.
Nice.
Yeah, but don't tell Chris Baker.
No, sure.
No, one of our directors. If you tell him that you eat spaghetti on toast, he's beside himself.
Really? Is it double carbs? Is it?
No, it's Italian, you see.
Oh.
You don't put spaghetti on toast.
No, I can understand that.
But I love spaghetti on toast with an egg on top and some cheese.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. See, now that's what
and
I want.
I'm not even pregnant, so that...
No, but jam and cheese sandwiches have become my go-to.
Have they?
Yeah.
What flavoured jam?
Raspberry. Can't have strawberry. I like it. It doesn't like me.
Raspberry and cheese. That would be a lovely combination. I might try that.
Do.
And again,
or on a
I'm
crumpet.
not even pregnant.
Crumpet with the jam and cheese and butter. very much beside the point.
Actually, if you have ever had, actually, it might be a bit of fun, actually, just for the last part of the show. If you've ever had any strange cravings whilst you've been expecting, will you let us know? You let us know, just for a bit of a giggle.
Yeah.
So that's cheese and jam.
Cheese and jam.
Cheese and jam. Lottie, have you had any? No cravings as yet.
As yet.
Apart from the craving to come to work every day.
Yeah, sure. Or a craving for sleep. That's another one. But that's just being human, right? Just to show, I've got some fabric here that I've put the adhesive backing on already, just to show that. So that's ready and ironed on, but that means that then this fabric isn't going to fray. Even on these edges that are a little bit jaggedy, those aren't going to fray in between my one use and another. And you can see that actually even on other edges where it hasn't, I haven't bonded right up to the edge, you can see that that will fray. So actually it protects your fabric.
When you excuse me, when you're using that, before we've layered up the fabrics and we've cut 6 or 8, do we have to take that into consideration now because we've got the backing on?
Yeah, I would. And you can still play with it because, again, it still depends exactly on how many, what type of fabric you have. But the great thing is that the glue kind of goes into the fabric. So if you think about the fabric fibres weaving like this, the glue goes in and sits within those fibres and essentially smooths it off. So if you have got a loose weave fabric, it actually kind of evens it out and actually means you get a better cut as you go through. So you don't have to halve it. You can kind of play around with how many layers you've got. So usually when I'm doing something applique, I'm not actually doing 52 of them. I could be, so then I can layer up a few. But this one I've just got the one layer to. So I've got a dinosaur. I thought we'd do dinosaur in purple because I thought that's just a bit fun.
Great.
So popping that on. Now I've cut that slightly down to size so it will go through the machine. Some people who phoned in earlier had the larger machine, so you wouldn't need to do that. If you have got this machine, you just need to make sure then that any edges are just tucked in.
Okay.
And the only reason being for that is that if you've got excess fabric running down the sides, if it catches, it will actually pull the fabric back, and that's when you don't get a neat cut. So it's worth just being aware of that. So that rolled through just so easily. And there we go.
And cut beautifully.
It is, and obviously I've just done a single layer, and because that's quite a fine, like some of those edges are very, there you go, so just snipped a couple of threads. And then I've got a little t-shirt there, and you could just pop that on.
Yes.
And straight away you've got that lovely...
Would you iron it on?
Yes. So then what you'd then do is get your nails underneath at some point around there, she says. There we go. So that then just peels off. That's the paper backing. So then I've got a shiny side of that there. That's just my shiny side. So then I choose my placement, work out where I want it, and then iron that on, and that's ready to go. And then you can embellish that as much as you like. So I've done it before. I got a couple of sets of baby grows, very quick makes, and I just put some 3D pens all the way around the edges.
Well, that's a good idea.
Just to make it a little bit more jazzy, do some with glitter, just because I can. And then you can have them where they kind of go around the edge, so that you've just got, like, you could have a whole trail of them going across the bottom of
a t-shirt,
so they just look like they're chasing each other.
Or a blanket, or a sheet, or a duvet cover, or something like that. That's a great idea. It really, really is. If you do want to go for the dinosaur, £14.99, 776 386. Now, if you've not seen a die cutting machine, or you've got a die cutting machine and feeling a little bit, you're looking for an upgrade, you might want to get hold of the scissors. Can we talk around the machine that we've got on the show?
Absolutely. So you can see I've got one just here. I've got it a bit of an angle to me, and I'm right-handed and I'm using it left-handed. Okay. And I'm saying those things because it's just emphasising how easy this is to use. So I've actually taken this in when I've done work in preschools before. With supervision, I've been using these with small children, and I'll tell you, they love playing with a handle and doing everything like that. And as long as you just keep an eye, make sure they haven't got too many layers going through so it's nice and easy for them to rotate, you can get everybody involved in this. And that makes craft time so much fun. But they've got that depth of the aperture there, which means it allows for that depth of the die that's going to give you those strong cuts. Comes with some cutting pads. I've got the extended cutting pads here, so the machine itself actually comes with the slightly shorter ones, but you can get these ones for purchase as well. And it just rolls through so simply. So when you get the machine, what you do is you just have to use a little is it an Allen key or something like that, just for putting the handle on, and that's all you have to do. It's so steady. It's that kind of thing that I have out on the side. This doesn't go away properly. This never actually is fully put away, because I just always want to be able to grab it and use it again. So that's 2 layers of the felt. Now, because that felt's not going to fray, I've not even put any of the adhesive on there. So actually what I could do is then get those 2 little hippos, stitch those together, and then just lightly stuff it, and then that's the part of that's my mobile started.
Let me just take that. Has he cut the, he's cut the little eyes
So
as well.
it gives you just a little, and then you can see as well, there's a little indentation as well for the where the nose would go. So if I then wanted to, I could put a contrasting colour just on the element that I wanted to. So that's why, so with those ones you wouldn't overstuff them, but you could obviously then, so that's ready to go. It's not going to fray, but it just gives you that little bit of a 3D effect to it, which is
That's
so
lovely,
sweet.
isn't it?
Really nice detail.
Let me pop that on there so you can see the eyes. Just as it's been cut, I just wanted to show you the eyes there, which is lovely. So it's even got that detail in as well. And then they're just the eyelids that you can place down. You can have it winking, a winking hippo.
Love a winking hippo.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Mean anything else.
No.
Right, we've had an email in. It's a question from Christine. Thank you, Christine. Good morning. She'd like to know if the alcohol pens that we've got on the show can be used on fabric.
You know, I haven't tried it.
Shall we try?
Let's give it a go. What should we go for?
Let's give it a go. They are alcohol markers, dual-ended, real nice design.
They are. They're ever so lovely.
Ergonomically designed as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, you knew the posh word for me saying it feels nice in your hand. So, there you go.
Right, so we've got the two ends here. We have got the chisel nib, which gives you a thicker overlay. And then you've got the finer point just there. And that's on each and every one.
Yep.
Which is great.
So yeah, if we want to use
number
that.
4 and number 6.
Yep, so they all have their different, and I really like this. I know it sounds like such a simple thing, but they've actually got the numbers on both ends. So it doesn't matter which way you put them back up, you still know which colour you're using, and you definitely know that so if you are doing these in a coordinated fashion and reusing certain ones, you know you're not picking up the wrong one.
Good idea. Right, what colour would you like? Baby blue or baby pink?
I think baby. Oh, I don't know.
Baby blue will show up
yeah, I
better.
think baby blue will show up nicely on the white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
No pressure.
No pressure, but do you want to create something absolutely amazing with those markers for us all now?
No pressure at all. So actually it'll be really interesting to see, because what I would often do with this is I would then put some paper or put something in between, just in case it then does carry through. So just bear that in mind, that if you're doing something at home, it's always worth doing. So
seems to be going on all right.
And there doesn't seem to be any.
I wonder if we could wash it afterwards.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Would you need to iron it to seal it, do you think?
That would be a very good question.
Christine. We could try it for you after the show. I mean, they're going on. That's nice writing.
Thanks.
It's going on really well. So the next step, I guess, would be we could, after the show, find an iron.
Yep, we've got an iron backstage, see if it works.
And then wash it.
Yeah.
Put it in some water. But it's going on. They're going on remarkably well.
So then, very simple make, and then I grab one of my little giraffes.
Oh, no.
Pop him on there. My giraffe's maybe a little bit big for that space, but I could put a little hippo in there, brand new and very cute.
Oh, that is lovely. So
yeah, so it goes on, and let's then just look. So there's a tiny bit, so yeah, you can see there, maybe a tiny little bit has come through. I'm really having to look for it.
Yeah, only a tiny bit. That's a dot, maybe because you pressed a little
bit harder.
So yes, paper in between. Yeah. But as you can see there, they go on perfectly. But we'll probably try and give that a heat seal and wash them. Yeah. Thank you very much for your questions. Betty, you're back at 1 o'clock today.
I am.
So if you do have any more questions, please get those in. Right, your one-day special is where it's at, because it's a pick and mix, and you can pick and mix and choose whichever 2 big styes you wish. There's some lovely designs in there, some of them brand new today. The quilting bundle has also been very, very busy this hour, so lots of you thinking of making and creating and also saving time. The felt, that is an incredible package. It also comes with that huge adhesive iron-on sheet for £10.97. You're getting 20 pieces of felt, which is marvellous. It is a great one-day special, and, you know, being able to do so much with these, it's the versatility, isn't it?
It really is. And they obviously, we've shown them all with the soft craft elements, but again, we know that you can use these in so many different ways. So you can use them with stencil film and have them, you know, use them for paint background and all sorts of things.
Oh, that's nice.
You've got so many ways of using them, but so it's not just the fabric, and we're showing the fabric, but you can do so much.
Yeah, you certainly can. Beth, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you again at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your company. It's been an absolute pleasure. Stay where you are, because we've got more coming up on Hochanda. See you next.
Did you know you can continue watching Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for free, using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection, if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If you're not already connected, use your remote control and select network settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember to have your router's password to hand, whether you're using a wired or wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your Internet Web Browser app. Select this to open and then type hochanda.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcast and access to previous shows. So now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV, whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils, the Craft Station Limited. We're a craft retailer and we specialise in stainless steel stencils. Our stencils are manufactured in metal. This allows us to have designs that are intricate. We also have new products coming on board, our craft bonds, our pole drops, and our acrylic paints are joining us. We've recently joined Hochanda and we're really excited. This allows us to demonstrate and show our products. We know customers like seeing the demonstrations, so make sure you tune in and don't miss the Sweet Poppy shows on Hochanda.
Hello! I'm glad we're both smiling, Charmaine, because it's a happy hour.
Yeah.
So, ooh!
Little secrets, somebody's messed with our stuff.
Yeah. I love it. We're here, basically, it's a confused hour, because we were here going...
Why is that there? Why is that
and
there?
then poor floor manager Ben was like, look happy in 5, 4, 3. We're like... You know, so it's a big happy hour. Charmaine, thank you so much, because you've got some naughty prices on the deals here.
We like being naughty.
Seriously, you do, don't you?
We do like being naughty.
You've got deals coming out of your ears here that are really naughty prices. So jump ahead of us on the web. Is that what you do? I would.
That's what I've done. I've already got somebody ready to order mine.
You have?
I'm having one of these. It's going to be in my stash, and I'm keeping it, and I don't care what Robbie says. It's mine.
Do you know what? You'd be well to do that, because this is not going to be around forever, because we've got the classic cardstock and the textured, beautiful cardstock paper, because it's like
anybody out there that's bought it before knows how good it is. That, you know, they are raving about this stuff. It's
amazing, but it's difficult to explain it, because I said cardstock paper because it springs, it doesn't necessarily crease, you know, it springs back into life. It looks lovely.
It's perfect for book binding, it's perfect for your mixed media. You can even take soldering irons to it and distress it even more if you want. You can just put PVA glue on there, place it down, you can punch it, you can die cut it, you can stick it in a sewing machine and stitch through it. It's really, really, really durable. And then you've got your classics in there as well mixed in, but there's some fabby textures in there. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we've got the ability to do the touchy-feely on it, but the viewers can't. But if you actually got hold of this one, which is, it's just what Matt said, it is like a suede feel to it.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's
I mean, look,
stuff.
this one here is
I mean,
like
I used to sell them for £1.50 a sheet in the shop.
And people would buy them very regularly at that price.
This was a few years ago as well when we had...
Look, that one's like metallic as well.
Yeah, and you can go over one with different inks and change the colours of some of them as well, especially like the lighter ones. I mean, this one here was like mother of pearl. I mean, imagine sticking a vibrant red on that as well, you know, with your alcohol inks and stuff. That would be
put your inks on there, get your pens on there as well. Look, you get so much variety here. Don't wait to get hold of these.
Shall we hold up?
They're not £1.50 a sheet.
Your colours that you get, this is going to be a bit difficult, but I mean, this is like sort of one selection that you're getting in this bundle. There's 115 altogether.
I've got mine here.
You get a bundle.
Ready, steady. I'll hold on to that as well.
And
there you go. So that is a selection of what you'll be getting there. It's not £1.50 a sheet, which is what people have bought in the past, but 17p a sheet pretty much it is working out. That's wrong, isn't it?
No, it is. That's definitely wrong. I can see you.
Really, like, you can see me.
It's
like you're looking through like.
Yeah, so when you get it, I mean, if I put it all back together again, because I know we've made a mess of it and we can fan it out. So you get, there's just one sheet of each there. You're getting all...
And them as well, yeah?
All of that all of that stuff
everything
together.
You're getting for £19.99 today, so it's a really, really good deal. £10 off. It's extremely busy out there for this. 115 sheets in total. 073-968. Look at this one as well. Look at that. See, they're all different.
I mean, that's one of the ones that I would call as like your classic card.
Yeah, but it's hammered texture as well.
And it's got a texture. It's in between a hammer and a dimpled hammer. So it's the hammer going on the inside rather than the bumpy coming on the outside. I think I've got a couple of samples here.
Hammered and dimpled are two different things.
Hammer and dimpled.
Yeah, hammered and dimpled. You're out on a hen do. You're like, yeah, we're absolutely dimpled. Yeah, we've been to 3 bars already.
This was on yesterday's show that we were on. We had a stonking show yesterday. So you can see at the edge there, this is one of the sheets that you're going to be getting. So we've created one of our books from our tag book with that.
We're seeing this actually, Hochanda, because look, it's one thing to show like a whole sheet of something. Yeah, go on.
Here we go.
It's one thing to say, oh look, you got a whole sheet of it, look, but you're only using a teeny tiny bit. And again, because you've got the resisty bits there, get your alcohol markers on there.
We get 5 sheets of each, so if you want to do a big project, you've got enough to do that, and that's why we've generated with the 5 sheets of each.
Talking of a bigger project,
and then a bigger project, so like this is my larger tag book.
Yeah, 20% of the stock on this bundle has already gone, by the way, so order early. Yeah, I know.
I did give my Facebook group the heads up on this, and I know Anne-Marie definitely did, so they got the heads up on it that it's in there. So this is like one of them as well, so you can see it's been used with a PVA covered.
Yeah, nice.
And again,
but again, it's that more like fabric-y, you know, it's nice.
Well, yeah, with the flowers there as well. I mean, they're still holding their own in there, so if you want to do sort of more three-dimensional pieces, you can do. And then heat emboss on it, so you can see it takes heat emboss quite funky. And then what Sue's done is she's stamped and embossed on one of the textures. Don't think you get this colour in it, but you'll get that texture of paper, if that makes sense. But you get selection in there.
I can show you
and then, I mean, all these are going to be exactly the same, so it's not contents may vary, but you can see this is one of the grey ones. I mean, for a grey...
So what you're seeing, you get...
Base, yeah. What you're seeing on screen, you're getting exactly what's there.
Yeah, it's not lucky dip or anything.
No lucky dips yet.
No lucky dip, not yet. So, yeah, things like the tag books as well, small and large. Check if they're in stock, but the template sets for those, you can get the templates for
we have to
the
put
small
some
and large
back in
tag
stock
books.
yesterday.
Oh, you have? Okay, so we did sell that yesterday. So £19.99 today to get your textured card and paper today. 073-968 to order now. Like I say, textured, some of them are the classic smooth, but you know, you get a mix, and it is what you see here today is what you'll get. 115 sheets to go for it. We said about naughty prices, Charmaine. I hope you've already jumped ahead of us, because there's some really good deals on the CD-ROMs. There's an amazing deal on your 5 kilogram pack as well. But here is your A3 card stock. trim it down, chop it down, whatever.
Well, if you cut it in half, you've got A4. If you want to do a large project, I mean, if you just wanted to simply fold it in half there, you've got a really big card, haven't you?
Yeah,
to work on, or the other way around. Oh, we're coming up to that silly season. It's going to be upon us soon.
Yeah.
Calendars, great for calendars.
Great
if you want to do boxes and things like that, it's a good quality. 300 GSM. Double-sided pearlescent cardstock in A3, and there is it 100 sheets?
It's 50 sheets at the moment, A3.
50 sheets.
So if you want it to be 100, you can get
chop it in half
to make it A4. Or this is 300 GSM. You can get 2 packs for £25.98 today. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean when I go to shows and things, I wouldn't want to carry that around, and you're going to get that delivered to your door.
Delivered to your door, yeah. I mean, it's pretty heavyweight. That do the sort of card quake as well. You can sort of feel it, you know.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to carry it, would you?
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, you can stamp on it, you can ink with it. Obviously, if you stamp in with an ink pad, that's going to stay wet for a while. Then you need to dry it, or you can use one of your more permanent ones or fast drying ones on ink pads on here. I could name quite a few. Stamp on. Make sure it's dry, then you can colour in. When you colour in on top of your pearlescent, if you're using your alcohol pens, you will still see the pearlescent, so you get quite a funky finish to it.
It is nice. I'm sure we've got examples. I know we've got pearlescent paper examples somewhere. A quarter of the stock's gone already, so that is important.
Oh, gosh.
So 966 430. I love that, Charmaine. Oh, gosh,
gosh. Sugar.
It's like my one. I nearly did the other day, and I went sort of Hugh Grant. I was like, oh, shiggity briggity. So £12.99 plus delivery to order now. The whopping saving of £17 off a big set of card. That you're thinking, don't throw my stock around, you'll break it, you buy it. She is thinking that.
Me and money.
I've just got.
We're supposed to stroke it. Do you not know about the stroking thing? Stroke the paper.
Throwing around the place. 966430 to get it now. Go on, go for it. So this is. So I tried to find some sort of a comparison earlier, Charmaine, and all I could find was 1 kilo.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
On another.
It was on the internet.
It was on the internet. Thank you.
Yeah.
On another internet, we saw 1 kilo for £7.99. You are getting 5 kilos here for what price have we got?
£10.99.
Wow.
It hurts, doesn't it? You realise, £24.99 normally, and even then, that's a really good deal. And I haven't put in. I class this as sort of a mixed card and paper pack. It's got all sorts of different bits and pieces. Your contents will vary, but they're of a similar nature to what we've got here. I sent in three boxes, just picked them out of the ones that are being packed up and sent in 3, and they're similar to each other, but some of the contents I've noticed in this one there isn't any of the lovely pink, but I have seen pink. But if we go through what we've got, I haven't done limited sizes, which one of my customers did say she's bought one of those kilo boxes. Substantial bits.
And there's little, so they are of sort of decent sizes. I mean,
you've got
from
sort
there,
of about one of each back here as well.
Oh, right, okay, so we've got A4 in there. There's some A4 in some of the boxes. The smallest sort of sizes of those. So you've got some holographics.
Nice, I'll grab those.
And then you've got
really cool
so everything that's here and these little bits behind is what's come out of the box, so that's sort of the chunk of it. Again, it's not something I'd want to carry. And then these little like notelets, I know
like
that
sticky notes sort of things.
They're a little bit like them, but they're not sticky. You just tear them off. So
okay, then they're not on the back. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
it's
here
like
we
a
go.
little, like you could make a.
Oh,
yeah, they're nice. I was going to say 20% of the stock's already gone. You see, we know a deal. You know a deal.
Well, I do know a deal.
We're real people that do real shopping, and we know a deal.
Yeah, I keep wanting to go through the big pan. You know I want to mess it up.
Do it.
So you've got some black card in there. I mean, that is what I did with that one, and I did that yesterday evening, so I pulled a bit out of this bundle and made this up with the bits that I had on from yesterday's show that I didn't use.
Of course, these sticky notepads that you're going to be getting, like
that one's in there, and use some of our papers on the outside. So if you've got your pretty papers, you can make a nice little note.
This is going so fast.
I mean, you've got some holographic in there, and that's a decent size as well.
Yeah, that's very nice. Actually, do you know what, Charmaine? Like, I'd say holographic for like the colourful one. Like this is really different in the sense that it's actually like just silver? It's just textured silver?
I can tell you how this one's made. It started off as a silver holographic card, and we put an emboss on it.
It's nice.
It is.